Hey there, Silver Tongue Devil here, and in this stream we're going to be back in Death Unchained with its glorious little Quest 3 update that they've kind of half started and we haven't heard anything more, but we're hopeful. They've plastered the floor of the first level and then kind of stopped, but everything is looking better and sharper and mist is further out and so on and so forth. Today, though, we're not going to be looking at the main game, and we're not going to be looking at the kind of mutators, the sigils as they are in this game, where, you know, things change from the main game and there's separate leaderboards. No, we're not looking at any of that. We're going to be looking at the side game of this game. And I'll tell you now, the side game of IDU, i.e. Siege of Heaven, has more content than some VR full titles that I've seen. So let's go and have a look, and I'll show you how to score well within. Or at least that's the plan anyway, but it could go to pot. Because it's been a while for me on these sort of games as well. However, I have recently started putting a bit more time into this one. So, a couple of little things. As I was saying just before I did my worldly famous short intros, there has been a little change. So my right controller, the trigger has started failing and started sticking. Now that doesn't help me as somebody who like streams twice a week and is making videos at the moment if my controller isn't working. And I am going to send it back to Meta, but they will not send me I mean, I am a Silver Tongue Devil, but even I can't make Meta send me a controller before I send my one back under warranty. So, what have we got? We have Quest Pro controllers, which I had to fly out and buy so that I've got something to use in the meantime. So, not only are we going to be playing Siege of Heaven, but we're going to be doing it with controllers that I have never used before. And I've already spoke a little bit about the things that we can do. Like, for instance, I can put the arrow behind my head now, my leading arm, and almost fire it like a Yumi bow, or Yami bow, I think it is. And I can actually sight down the arrow, and that will fly straight and true, which is quite nice. So, yeah, the Quest 3 controllers, the trigger's gone, and I've got the Quest Pro controllers now. If I said that wrong, I assume I did. So, yeah, we're going to put them through their paces tonight. So, how are we going to be putting them through their paces? Because I've been told that the Quest Pro controllers are much, much better than the Quest 3 or even the Quest 2 ones. I'll fucking be the judge of that. Because we're going to go on to something that requires a level of precision that I probably don't even have at the moment, because out of practice. So this is Siege of Heaven. Siege of Heaven is basically a wave defense mode, or a tower defense mode, or a wave tower defense mode. The objective, well, depends on who you talk to. The objective is actually to survive. Instead of the enemies coming towards you, they are heading towards a gate. As they pass through the gate loses life until either you kill everything through all 15 waves or they destroy the gate, whichever comes first. Depending on your level in this game, it goes from a survival game to basically a kind of arcadey point scoring game. And that's the level that I was able to achieve not so, a reasonable amount of time ago. So, we have chapter 1, 2, and 3. Within the first chapter there are 3 levels, another 2 in the next one, another 2 in the last one. These 2 are different, these 2 are different, these 3 are kind of the same, but in different areas. These are the ones that were started out originally. We will start with Saint's Approach, and we'll have a look at the score. And I haven't put a score up for this yet, and my hope is to give you some tips and give you some tricks and show you how to score in Saint's Approach. I'm going to try and do that for each of the levels. That's not the start we were after. I could just press the start button. So, first things first. They say that life begins at 40. Because I'm now like 41 and getting on a bit. But I say In Death Unchained begins at 100%. You need to be at 100%, in my always humble opinion. Fortunately, I haven't got Von here, so no pie for me tonight. In my always humble opinion, You need to be at 100%. Now, that is true in the main game with a couple of caveats. You don't need some of the arrows, but as we've seen recently, tournament play and the profile that you're using, it does matter because you could be without certain arrows whilst playing within the tournament because you haven't got them unlocked, because you don't need them in the main game, but you do need them in the tournament. Siege of Heaven is a separate achievements board. And although as you progress in this, you don't really power up, you do start off with a bigger bag of coin. If you are not at 100% on Siege of Heaven, you are doing yourself a disservice because you don't start off with as much gold. What does gold do? Gold buys the special arrows. What do the special arrows do? They're how you get the big scores. Tempest is going to be for most of these levels, if not all of them, our big boy points scoring arrow, and hopefully I'll get to show you how. So, first thing to know about Siege of Heaven. Positioning on here. I like to usually sit up on top of here, and it is quite important as well to have something at your feet that you can almost use as a platform to rest your foot on. Hello, history set. In this game, no. And to answer Orange's question earlier as well, I'll play anything in VR. I do like archery games though, but you know, be it Milsim or be it Zombie or be it whatever, I'll play it. Don't think I won't play it. You haven't played Saints yet. Number 6. Oh, right, okay. I don't know who that... I don't think I've played it, or if I have played... Oh, no, that's a lie, actually. No, you're quite right. Pull me up when I lie. Well done. Oh, yeah, it would be Athon pulling me up. So, I haven't played this properly. What I've done is sped through the game to get a decent time. And I'll talk about why you do that later. Anyway... Right, let's get some action going, can we? So we've got the 100%. We ring the bell to start the level. Now, the biggest skill that you can use within this, remember it's about survival. We're stopping those dudes getting in there, and there's a life bar. The more achievements you have, the bigger the life bar. The more achievements you have, the better the special arrows perform. Ooh, there's some funky shots that we can do here. Let's see if we can. Now, this is about, or are they... Nope, there isn't. This game is about comboing, perfecting, headshots, cupids, and headshotting said cupids. I'm going to try and show you how. Okay, pro controllers, show me what you're made of. Okay. Okay. I like it. Mm-hmm. Boo! Alright, they're pretty precise. I don't usually shoot to that level of accuracy. So, a couple of things that you'll have seen whilst I was shooting there. I'm going for headshots. Why am I going for headshots? 3 headshots spawns a cupid. Hit the cupid and it makes a one of... In this level, there are 4 spots where you can spawn a 4 times for scoring points. And then those are the areas that you concentrate your tempests on when you are in a big combo. How do you get combos? Not missing. So this level, this mode requires a level of accuracy that I have never needed and you will have never needed, like, to play the main game. So at the end of each level, we get a choice. We get a choice of the special arrows. Now, I want to be stocking up on tempests, lots and lots. The one thing to note in this game is each time you buy a type of arrow, if I remember rightly, it doubles the cost the next time. But it doubles the cost whether you buy a ×1, ×2, or ×3. So you do not really want to be buying the ×1. It's a bit of a false economy because then later on down the line, you're just making the ×2s and ×3 variants that you want to get more expensive. ×2 is acceptable, and we do need some of these because they are a very good scoring arrow. For those of you who don't know how Tempest works, it almost like fires a circle out around the arrow as it travels and kills everything like a railgun shot. you will get to see those kind of shots later. You can also buy some health to regenerate the gate if you take anything. And as I said, this mode is about headshots and staying within combo. The other thing about not missing shots is that's how you perfect levels. Perfects double your score that you've achieved within what you're doing. So perfects are very important as well, and that's involving not missing a shot. So not missing a shot, staying within combo. The time that you have between shots is limited as well to stay within combo. So there is a lot of working parts within this for you to score well. That little extra arrow that I just fired down there by accident whilst I was scratching my leg has just cost me my perfect, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. Not really. On another day I might restart that, but never mind. What I want is a shot on him and that shot there. So what I'm doing here, note how I'm putting the game into slow time as well, and you want the game always in slow time. ×2 combo, so it's the second enemy I killed. Long shot, double gap shot. So you get style shots on this as well for doing certain things, such as firing through things. Hang on, does 2 seconds. Does ruin your perfect. Oh, and yeah. And if pass through the gate will not break. Yeah, it doesn't break the score combo yet, but yeah, you're quite right. I didn't know, actually, that's a point. I didn't know about the headshot side of things, but I do know that any enemy that gets through that gate will spoil a perfect. So if you haven't missed any arrows, but you let a guy through, then you are done. And hello, Mel. How are we doing? Oh, I think I've said hi to everyone. Anyone I haven't said hi to? I think I said, yeah, pretty sure I have. Well, if I haven't, hello. I'm sure you'll make yourself known. Right, so, headshots. That's one. You hear like a mist in the background and then a raising noise to a crescendo. I have to hit my next shot within that to keep the combo going. And you'll hear that raising as we go. That's the 4 times area that I was talking about. We want to be killing enemies in there, but not that one, because that one's rubbish. The other thing so a level of mastery that is kind of beyond me on most levels as well within this. I mean, I can hit my shots, but there is also being able to headshot when you do 3 headshots. So in a row, without missing, you then spawn a Cupid. If you can headshot that Cupid, you get given a random special arrow. That is one of the keys to why you see silly scores on the leaderboards in Siege of Heaven, because you have people that are either able to hit their Cupid shots or, and this is a factor, get a bit lucky with the way that the Cupids are coming towards them, because I do believe, and I haven't been told anything differently, and Arby would tell me if that was the case, that it doesn't matter where you hit that last headshot, the Cupid's going to come out reasonably randomly. The more you do, the more chance you have of ones flying in front of you as opposed to flying away. One flying in front of you, much easier to headshot than one flying off into the distance. Anyway, as I was saying, we do not take 1 times. This is a false economy, because if I buy that, it will double the next pack and the next pack and the next pack after that. So, and I'm not getting many out of that. It's going to double whether I buy that Tempest, if I buy that Tempest, regardless of whether it's a ×1, a ×2, or ×3. Later on down the track, when you need lots of these and they're costing way more gold than you have, yeah, that's why you don't. So I always suggest to stay away from 1 times. Hello, K2. So there is a rage mode within this. It means hitting that bell, it doubles the speed of everything, but it also doubles the score. That is also beyond me and others as well. There is one player that is very well known for that, and kind of going nuclear within that side of things, and that is, of course, Harry Pear. But I don't think he plays anymore, so we don't have to worry about him. We can just go back to having a nice, slow time, normal game. Headshots, headshots, headshots. Yeah. Now, that 4 times that I've just opened up at the back, that's the 4 times that I want to be getting to score from. But note, these 4 times reset at the end of every wave. what I'll try and do is show you what that 4 times does. Although it's not going to be the best use of our arrows. So see there, tricky ambush, holy ground, long shot combo times 8. That one shot alone has scored me 150,000 points. And points convert on a ratio of 1 point to 1 gold. And you better believe we're going to need gold because we need to be... Oh, God. I wasn't in combo. That was a waste. But we got the perfect. So look how we've got another... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, another 150,000 on there. So that's 300k and we're only in wave 4. I have used a lot of arrows though. That's not good. We don't really need Hands of God because we shouldn't be getting to a stage where we're panicking. We don't want incursions because you'll see a lot of top players line them up on the steps. They stop enemies going through the gate. I would say that if enemies are going through the gate and you're having to rely on incursions to blowing them up, you are not controlling the map well enough. But having said that, there is better players than me that have got much higher score. Well, much higher scores, well, yeah, in some levels much higher scores than I have, and that's what they do. So you can kind of play that by ear. The reason why I don't do it is I find that when enemies are in this area, this is an area that I want to shoot them, and if they get too close to the incursion, they blow up, take the incursion with them, and my arrow's already on the way to hit them in the head, but they've just been blown up. That arrow then goes through their dead cold corpse, doesn't count as a hit, my combo is ruined, my score is nullified, my life is fucked, as far as my siege score is concerned. So that's why I don't do it, but as I said, I'll be having news at the top, and he does it, so, but I don't like to. Sometimes I feel like it's people are using those arrows because they can. What you can do is you can lay all of the incursions, they're like landmines, you can lay them all at the steps within the shop rests so that they don't count as a shot within the wave, which then means that you maintain your perfect. Oh, what is that I hear? Is that an orphan? Now we're going to see what she does because there is a particularly spicy shot that we can take here, which will yield us a lot of points. If she goes round that corner and up those stairs that you can see in the background, we can get a double gap shot on her, which would be nice, but it probably won't happen, but we'll see. So in the meantime, let's try and get some headshots. Nope, she's not going. No. So I'm going to let her get far away so that this shot that I'm about to take on her is at the end of a big combo, which will get me more score from her. Better do it now. Not much. So see that sniper? That's because of the distance that she was away from it that we were given the sniper bonus score. So again, it's as much about scoring and like kind of style, I would guess you would say. Ah, missed. So that's then ruins our combo and you kind of have to start again. Note how I get 4 times the score for a headshot in there. So instead of 800, bear in mind there's a combo on top of that as well, we would normally get 2. And it's then, as I said, killing those little cupids that come out from doing multiple headshots. That's what spawns the things. So this is good for us. We have a decent amount of cash in the bank. Yeah, actually, I think that one there is the first legitimate shot I've missed so far. I did manage to shoot one down there after whilst I was itching my leg, but I think that's just a general Siege of Heaven problem. Yes, they're good, but then the next the question that you'll probably all want to ask me at the end of the night is are they worth it? And I would say, fuck no, £300 for 2 controllers. I don't think they're going to be good enough to warrant the £300, but the reason why I got them is I didn't pay £300. I paid half of that because I used a load of vouchers. And on top of that as well, I kind of need them because I've got to create videos and do various bits and pieces. And whilst I'm sending my controllers away to Meta, I wouldn't be able to do that. So mine is a special case. Although having said that, if you got £300 kicking around, But who's got £300 kicking around these days? They are not necessary. Hello, Sarah. I don't think pro controllers are necessary, but they are nice. Oh, we've missed a trick there. Is it this wave? Yeah, it is. So we're going to go there. That was shit. Oh, that was terrible. I'll show off the big shot later. Show off the bingo shot later. Ooh, hit you though. Don't make shots like that. You'll miss them. One of the things that I encourage players to do on this mode is to try and set up like a bit of a killing radius that you are comfortable with taking your shots with him. Ooh, almost got away. Ooh, this is good. Trying to set up like a killing radius in which you are comfortable in taking your shots. You know what? Normally, I wouldn't take that one, but we haven't got any Hands of God, and we're not going to be buying them, and it's only 10k. So I'm going against my advice, but I haven't actually been given any Hands of God, and you kind of do need one or two. I'll show you. I'll buy this so that I can show you what for, but normally I probably would have started this run again. That's one of the things that this mode is very synonymous for, is restarting your run when you get into the upper echelons, but it doesn't make a very good stream if I'm constantly restarting and not showing off any of the actual scoring. So, right, let's carry on. The orphans appear at set waves on most levels. So this is an example of a high-scoring wave. Not as high-scoring as you would think, though, and I've also missed a trick, which I'll try and show you off later, but this is where you need to know. You need to know what's coming. Any more? There is. That was rubbish. But note what I'm doing here. I'm firing the Tempest arrow through both of those archways. That's what gives me the tricky ambush. A tricky ambush is a double gap shot, headshot. And now we've lost our combo. Boom. These guys explode, taking everything around with them. They do count as a headshot. That was the easy Cupid that I was telling you about, but not that easy. Note how I got a headshot on him, and we got given a special arrow because of that. That headshot also then counts towards additional headshots for spawning more. So that's 1, 2, 3. There's another one. That's a body shot, so now we need to get 3 more. Like that. You can get headshots on that. Ah, I was trying for the headshot and missed it. Yeah. Not very practiced on this, man. So one of the things that I do find is you need to put a lot of time into a map to kind of get its ebb and flow before, and try and get a decent score before moving on to another one. Doing what I'm doing, where you're bouncing around from map to map tonight, is not a great way to get a decent score, but I'm not really here to get a decent score. I'm here to put up a score, but show you how to score. So we still haven't really missed any massive opportunities yet, but we could have made some. One of the things that you can do before you start a round is you can actually deploy a Hand of God and just hit it into something and create that bubble that slows everything. You can do that on wave 5 and 6 here before you, so you fire your Hand of God, wait for it to land, and then immediately hit the bell. That'll then slow and bunch all of the enemies together, so that when they come for that bingo shot here with the Tempest through all of that, that's how you do it. That's how you make that good, those good points. Yeah, distance isn't one that I'm very familiar with. I don't know how the distance score is calculated. I think I know how, but I don't know exactly. And I've always been able to finish reasonably well on that kind of scoring, so I haven't really bothered finding out. Again, those are shots that you don't want to take, but I'll be honest, I'm feeling pretty confident about those sort of shots. Normally, I would keep my shots to around this area, because that's where you can comfortably, or should be able to comfortably hit headshots. But well, it's not just the Pro controllers, it's also the fact that the Quest 3 just seems to have better... should have waited. Yeah, I've found that you need to invest probably 20 to 30 hours into each map to start really getting the... Oh, that was a headshot there, look. Free little arrow, lovely. Yeah, 20 to 30 arrows into each map is usually the spicy point for me. See, that'll blow all of them up. It counts as a headshot, but we have missed a shot here, so we're not going to get a perfect. But big scores and not missing shots is the name of the game here. So we didn't do very well there. That is quite cheap, and I will pick up a pack of them so I can kind of try and demonstrate what I was talking about. So what I was talking about here, and again, this is why it can take 20, 30, sometimes longer actually, of constantly doing a map to be able to evolve and get a decent score. If you can play it well enough, that is there is a small random element to it where different enemies spawn from different points and at different times. That is a thing. But there's also the element of, you know, as I said, the Cupids going and also you doing well and hitting your shots and hitting your headshots. Yeah, as far as the distance side of things, I think it is just literally hitting enemies. Hello, Indy. You've already got this game. Don't try that one. Hitting enemies at distance, and I'm talking long shots. I think it's just long shots and sniper shots, because I've been able to incorporate a decent distance score with when I'm trying to speed run a level, which is another kind of thing. So what I was talking about previously, one of the ways that you can bunch up enemies is you could do something like this. Fire your Hand of God and then hit your slow-mo button. Wait for that Hand of God. You must wait for it to hit and then shoot the bell. And then you have a Hand of God in place to slow enemies that are coming through somewhere, and in an attempt to try and crush them and bunch them up a little bit more, or give yourself more time to hit other enemies and hit other shots before you take that bingo shot. So, right, let's see if we can get a bit of a score working here. Oh, good, orphans. Orphans usually come on the same wave, so that makes this wave 8. We'll see where she goes. Combo go in a second. We'll hit that. Lovely. Now let's see where she goes. I'm going to be right over to the left here. Pinch up for you. I'm not hitting him on the stairs. I'm not practiced enough at the moment to do that. Right, she's heading for the 4 times. That's the headshot we wanted. And we'll... I didn't get her in the 4 times. It looks like she's in it, but she wasn't. Never mind. Let's... some more headshots, and it also wasn't a headshot either. So that's the 4 times that we want. Those are easy headshots. Well, they should be. I'm just, as I said, practiced. Damn. There we go. Didn't miss a shot. Decent combo of 25. Nothing particularly spicy within that. If you can do what I just did, maybe hit more of those Cupid headshots, and then get the opportunity to line up a big shot there. So you've got a big combo, you've got the 4 times going, and you fire that Tempest, and it grazes both of these archways and kills the lot with headshots. So you have to aim a little bit higher than you think. That is how you get the huge scores on this level. So firing one of those through there when you've got a combo. The thing is, you don't need that big of a combo to get a decent score, but the higher the combo, the better it is. The one thing you must do when you're taking that shot, again, in my humble opinion, RB may correct me, I don't know, is you need to at least be in combo. So that means you need to kill one thing or hit one thing before you take that shot, because just being in combo doubles the score that you would get. Right? Yeah, he knows. So, let's get one of those in. Don't really need any of these. Never mind. Waiting for enemies to bunch up so that you can keep your combo going, like I'm doing, is another important technique within it. Also note as well, these really distant shots, I'm not taking those shots, because the likelihood is I won't get a headshot, and I might even miss them. Then I won't get my perfect, then I won't get a decent score, so there's no point. I'm leaving it as long as possible so that I can kind of inch out the kills, so to speak. Leaving that one until he gets all the way by the gate. I want to get that skull past all of those because I want all of those extra juicy headshots. Damn. But we also don't want any going through. There. Well, that was a waste of heads. The one thing that I will... Oh, that was his head. Come on now. Come on, game. So that is one of the things to note on this game as well. In Siege of Heaven mode. And do not be disheartened. I went through it. I still go through it on occasion and from time to time. Neck shots. Fucking neck shots in this game are high enough to be a headshot, but don't count as a headshot. And it's unfortunate, but it is part and parcel of it. You will get it. Whilst you are training yourself to hit the heads, you're going to get a lot of neck shots. Be prepared for that. Fucking neck shots. All right. One of the other things that I will say is, hopefully it's apparent, but I'll try and keep the bow out in such a way that you can see me. Every time you see these arrows flash up, that is me pressing the arrow or the quiver select button or arrow select button. Why am I doing that? Pressing that button puts the game into slowdown or slow time for 5 seconds. And there's no cooldown. I can repeat that 5 seconds as often as I want. As soon as I draw an arrow, that slow time is lost, which is why you'll see me taking very fast shots so that I can reapply the slow time and try and basically keep the game in slow motion whilst I am putting my scores together. It is a very desirable skill to have in this mode, and it is also very transferable into the main mode. If you can slow time here and score well, you can slow time in the main game and do very well for yourself. So, yeah. And it's easier to learn this slow time between each and every shot that you take here than it is out there, because here the enemies aren't even interested in you. They're making best speed for the gate. Always a difficult shot, those bloody skeletons. They're very fast. If it isn't, skeleton archers in the main game are the equivalent of skeleton warriors are their equivalent in this. They ruin combos because they're too bloody fast. So we have one headshot. I don't think we had any from the end of the last one. But let's see if we did. Headshots, when you get them in groups of 3, carry over from wave to wave. So obviously the last shot we hit in the last wave was not a headshot. Go there. Again. Another headshot from that guy. Take the skeleton out. You. That. 1, 2. That one I'll take to get rid of the thingy. I was going for the headshot. There's enemies at the back there. They're worth quite a lot of points, but again, I want to at least be in combo. That 4 times is up there. You can tell... I'm going to shit now. You can tell when you're going to get a decent score, or when you're... or when you're going to get a 4-time shot out of them, because you'll see that life bar come up above them that goes blue, and that basically signifies... that is in holy ground, and so you get 4 times the score. Not doing very well tonight. doesn't matter on these early waves. One of the things that you do need to identify, and part of the problem that I'm going to have tonight, is which waves are the big scorers. I'll know them when I see them, I just might not be able to make advantage of them. If memory serves, and it often doesn't, it's wave 13 on this one, which is the big boy. And so up until that point, you are just making sure you have the arrows to take advantage of that big boy wave. Like, that double gap shot on its own out of combo is, well, I'll show you. 16,000. That's not enough to be wasting a Tempest on. And even that, like, look at that. I've risked a perfect for a measly 2,500 points. It's not worth it. Just not worth it. We will try and continue our combo here, though, and keep that music playing. Skeletons are a good way to do that. That was a miss. Luckily, the guy was behind. Note as well with the skeletons, because their heads are smaller and they're faster, going for body shots is acceptable. Let me tell you. Right, there's a headshot there. No. Okay, she's coming now. We might be able to salvage a little bit of score out of this. Let's see what she does. So this is another element of the kind of randomness, because where she goes will determine basically how much we can score. And we also need to be in combo for this. So she goes up and around. We can do it. She is not going. You know it, mate. You know it. I've kinky boots, mate. I've got my kinky controllers on. I had to go out and buy. You probably weren't here at the start. I had to go out and buy Quest Pro controllers. So yeah, my list of excuses for why we suck at that game grows thin. Oh, sorry. Why you suck at that game goes thin. But you know, it's like we'll see. We'll see what I can do as your supporting act. That was a bad shot. Decent score, but a bad shot. Shambassador. Hey, I bought them. Don't know what you're talking about. Where's he going? Is that worth a shot? Probably not. Yeah, these are the headshots that we want. And maybe... No! Oh, picked the wrong arrow. Oh, shit. Well, it wouldn't have been that much of a score anyway, and we kind of need to save these, and I'm rattling through them. Need at least one for the big wave. For the big push. So the one thing that I would say as well is if there is anybody playing Siege of Heaven and you have any questions, do ask. I may not be able to put the good scores down each and every time, or even hit my shots, but I can tell you how to do it. I know the theory. Hello, Chris. What are you doing? That's fine. I'm not playing Saturday, Sunday anyway, mate. I'm all day Friday from start to probably about 12 p.m. It'll be a test for the old Pro controllers as well, because these don't have my rechargeable batteries that I can just swap. I have to charge them in the charging dock. So, but yeah, initial thoughts, the tracking is obviously better behind my head, and yeah, I haven't found any wobbling of the arrow or any of that when I fire. So these are all good things so far. What are we on? Wave 12. So I think it's either this one or the next one, but you play them the same regardless, especially at these later stages. So no, I'm not playing Sunday, mate. I'm working till 12 p.m. I might be able to get on after 12 p.m, but we shall see. We shall see. Are you going to be streaming it then, or... Oh, fuck. Well, missed that first shot. It's always a bad place to spawn Cupid when they go through the wall like that. quick with that one to get him before he gets away. But note the spawns on these as well. Where you put the last headshot does kind of determine where they come out, but it doesn't really determine which way they fly. And which way they fly is a big factor in whether you can get a headshot on them or not, which is unfortunate. This is part of the reason why you use your slow time as well, to try and plan your next shot. Oh, that's a good headshot. Let's just do that and that and that to get you guys out of the way. And then one of them. It's a skeleton, I see. One of them. No, it's a knight. Have some of that. Ah, I'm taking the shots from the wrong place. Moving. What I should have done is moved across. But I didn't. Like a bloody fool. I'm in position now, but it's... there are some guys coming. We might be alright. Foot shot! Kinky foot shot. Come on, get in there. So there you go. 173,500. And we've got another one of those coming up there. So that's 300k in just 2 shots. If I can keep... I don't need to keep the combo going, but if I can keep the perfect alive by not missing shots, note how I'm taking safe shots as well to keep my combo going, because that is a thing. He does. He's already got it. He's already got it. But he won't be this ambassador that Super Bright would not appreciate. Ah! No! I was doing so well. Ush! Yeah! It's a long shot, fuck you, Cupid. So, yeah. Again, I'm a little bit out of practice. There's like that was a silly mistake on my own part. I'm still going for headshots when I've got all the 4 times lit up. The difference between a body shot and a headshot in this is not worth it enough to risk your entire combo and the perfect on, especially on a bloody skeleton. But this is actually a real problem that I've faced because I've scored very well in these modes in the past. I've done this in other things as well. You come back to it having not played it for ages, going like, I used to be pretty fucking tasty at this game. Yeah. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll just go in there like I normally would. And you're out of practice and you haven't got the skills to pay the bills right now. So yeah, time and effort. Time and tricks. You provide the first, I'll provide the second, but my tricks will help you get the most out of your run. So, if Athon's right, and I'm sure he is, because anybody at this point's memory is better than mine, it's this one which is the big wave. And I know that if we can get a 4 times there and I can come across and shoot that shot, and I've got the Tempests to do it, we can get good. But we need to be in a big combo before we do it. Let us... Good. Let's hope we get that big win. Bring it on home for the big win, and yeah. If I can stop you engaging the map, we might just have a chance. Might. Oh, you fucking lunatic. Why did you go for the headshot? To be fair, I kind of need to. Even if we don't get the perfect, we still need to be going for headshots. Because we need that one lit. So now that the beacon of Minas Tirith is up, now I just need to concentrate on combo and waiting for... fuck, missed that one. You should, when you've got your 4 times that you want, just go for headshot. Just go for body shots, because it's still combos and it still counts as kills. You are not the shot I want. That's more like it. Oh, I've done it again. This is... pulled a normal arrow. That's the bingo shot that you want to be taking. I'm doing terribly. Nice one, Mr. Fish. See you later. So yeah, as I said, my I'm a little out of practice on this mode, but I can show you. But yeah, in an ideal world, I'll have done all of the... I'll have got that 4 times, and then my normal self would just settle down and just do body shots, and then maneuver to get that hit. Because that can be the difference between getting a fantastic score or not. So, but as I play more, and as we play some of the other levels, you know, hopefully I'll be able to raise my game. Do you know what, chat? I'm blaming these Quest Pro controllers. Fucking shit. Whoever said that they're better tracking-wise? But there is an element of they're going to be a little bit unfamiliar. They are a little bit heavier. Only by like... Oh, actually, no, they might be about the same as the Quest 3. They feel a little heavier, but not unwieldy or anything. They actually feel pretty good. We don't need any of that trash. So, as you can see, I've missed all of the big, important shots, and I'm still at 1.5 million. So, yeah, that's not too bad. But bear in mind the top scores on this. I mean, I know the leader is well ahead of everybody else. But the top scores on this are kind of 1 million, 2 million. Sort of, oh, I wish I was getting paid from Meta. So we got a headshot there, which was nice, but we got a fucking Garbo arrow. There we go there. Might as well go hell for leather and try and keep hitting headshots. There we go, that's why you don't do that. The one thing that I can already tell you about these Quest Pro controllers, I haven't had to re-notch a single arrow yet. And there's plenty of times previously where I would get an arrow ready and then have to put it back and restring it again because I've seen it like skew off to one side. Oh, did I miss that? Yeah, I did. Bugger. Oh well, we'll get that stupid orphan. Get her with a gap shot. And then we'll hit you there. So that then is a holy ground gap shot. So it's only 53 grand though, because I didn't get the headshot out of it, which is annoying. It's alright, we're getting there. I'll get a decent combo by the end of the night, you watch. Get a decent score by the end of the night as well. Might shoot that one in a minute. So we're getting to... Whoa! It's more like it. Oh, you... bastards. That can sometimes be a worthwhile shot going for. Note how we fired it through something. So we got a gap shot, and it classed as a sniper shot as well. If you have a look, if you're interested... that's why you don't go for shots at that distance. If you have a look, if you're interested, someone's done, well, multiple people, I know Elite Jonathan did it, like various tables of what the best shots to take are, how much they score, blah, blah, blah. I've never really paid too much attention to that. You kind of get a feel for it. You don't need to know the numbers, but, I don't know, Elite Jonathan likes his numbers. But it was good, because, you know, you can... score comparison and see what shots are worth making and what aren't. But as a general rule, firing the bingo shot when you have a huge combo and not missing any shots is how you score big on every level. Identifying the bingo shot, that can be the problem. Bastard. In this mode, different enemies score different amounts of points. So for instance, a skeleton is worth so much, a knight is worth so much, a skull head is worth so much. Ah, I was going for a spicy shot. Fucked it up. A skull is worth so much in points. So that's a little bit different to the main game. As we know, everything in the main game is worth the same amount of points based on headshots. The only differentiation with enemies in the main game is the amount of gold that they drop when they die. Gold. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can add a little bit more onto score. So this would be an opportunity to drop a Hand of God. This is one of the ways, I don't like it, but this is one of the ways that you can farm Cupid headshots. Oh, by getting them in here. But I always find that slow time is what messes up my headshots. Which is why you won't find me doing it. And also, on top of that... There we go. A lot of the shots... Oh, no, you are quite right, Athon. That is not a timed shot. Yeah, I have played this one then. So, a lot of the shots that I would take as far as... The way that I look at it is I don't want to be wasting resources to gain resources. I want to get the resources without wasting them. Am I using Hands of Gods on this level? No, so I really should. But maybe we will, maybe we won't. So, just to give you an idea, as when we come up to end of season and you're interested in legend points, so total is the amount of score that I have across all of the maps. Score is the amount of score that I have scored on this map. And then each one of these categories, so like for instance, if we have a look at time, and I can show you how to do this, because a lot of people playing for time is not the way you play for score. A lot of people who play Siege of Heaven play for score. They don't play for time. The way you play for time is shooting things as quickly as possible, not using slow time and hitting them at distance. And you just wang the shots out. Your position on each one of these sub-leaderboards will earn you legend points at the end of the season on every single different level. So, we know we get points for bow and crossbow on Fletcher and Mortal, and on the other one, the other boring one, what's it called? Purist, that's the one. And we know we get points on the main game, bow and crossbow, but each level has all of these little subcategories. And I know people, like for instance, where is he? I'll just find him in a minute. Oh, there he is. Pianola. He literally is like just doing time runs on this. You won't see his name in like the top 100 for score, but you will find him heavy on time. I think he plays the Gap Shop game as well, probably. Hello, Beavis. That one's only just been put on my radar, actually, by our own Siobhan today, and I didn't have time to click on it. I was trying to sort out the controllers. I mean, I do like metal, and it's a rhythm game though. But is it like a metal rhythm shooting game? Is that what it's supposed to be? I don't know a lot about it, to be honest with you. I very rarely keep my finger on the pulse unless it's something that really interests me. Like, you know, ask me about the Aliens VR game that's coming out. When there's information, I will know everything there is to know about it. Hey, I thought it was a port. So, what are we going to do now? Well, we're going to do very much the same thing, but this is already something that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't flip from level to level. But we're now going to have a look at Lost Paradise. Lost Paradise? Paradise Lost? Yeah. Well, it's called Lost Passage, but it's based on the Paradise Lost theme. So, again, we're back on our platform, and this is going to be very much the same. The bingo shot on this level is here. Note how there's an archway here, and there's an archway at the back there. If you can fire your Tempests at them and hit the headshots of them, you will get a double gap shot, headshot, long shot. All of those little things on top of a combo are how you score huge in this mode. The only problem with this one is that area that I said about where you want to practice hitting your headshots and let enemies get into that area before you take your shots so that you know you're safe is massively obstructed, and one's coming down that stairway. You don't have a lot of time before they get to the gate, and all of these little caveats will you know, they'll slow down your scoring and slow down your combo and mess up you getting continual hits and continual headshots and headshots and combos. So, but again, we're going to let everybody... So this is back to wave 1, so nice and simple and easy. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. I want to be in, just like with Into the Radius 2, I need to be in from the ground up. Even more importantly on Aliens, because I'm a massive Aliens fan. So, AVP when. Because I'm sure it would make a good game in VR. So yeah, getting headshots on this level, especially over there, is a little bit more difficult. It's even more difficult getting them because we're aiming down. Damn it. Shouldn't have gone for that. They don't all have to be headshots either, because the perfect is still worth, well, not so much. The reason why we're trying to go for headshots is because we want to get those extra arrows to allow us to have more bites of the bingo shot cherry, I guess. So, again, I don't need any of these. I just need more Tempests to be able to take the bingo shots. However, there is an argument that placing Hand of God shots there can then slow the roll of all the enemies that are spawning out of there, allowing you to hit a better Tempest shot here, either more grouped, so you're killing more enemies in the single Tempest shot, or, and probably more importantly, delaying them so that you can get a bigger combo before you take the bingo shot. And again, what I mean by that is firing the shot to there, slow timing, listening for it to land, and then shooting the bell so that you get the maximum time of that Hand of God on the level without having to risk taking a shot at something and hitting it. And then that way you maintain your perfect. Or so they say. But yeah, let's see if I can start putting some headshots and put a decent score together. This one, because it is very difficult to farm Cupids, so we're not really playing on the 4 times element here. We're mainly playing on the headshots to try and hit Cupids to get headshots out of them to get additional arrows. So, like, that is a deceptively difficult shot, if you ask me. These ones are not much easier. Like, I was a mile off then. You should be able to hit guys on that stairs in the head. I've always struggled with that. It never seems to come together for me. I'm not too bothered. You can hear that crescendo sound in the background. Not too bothered about combos at this stage, just because there's no bingo shot to be had, so I don't really need to be in combo. These waves are about farming. So, farming those headshots, as he gets a fucking neck shot, farming those headshots so that we can spawn some Cupids. I hate it when they do this. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck off. So we can get those Cupids. No, I haven't even spawned a single one yet. Now, this is part of the reason why go on a level, stay on a level, get good at a level before you move on to another one, because the style here now has me making shots like this, which is a lot difficult to the shots that we were taking here. Now we're having to shoot there and down here, and it's that angle. It messes with your neuron memory, I believe it is, or muscle memory as you'd call it. And yeah, so staying on and practicing one map until you've got a decent score before moving on to another one is another good idea. If you haven't got time to put all of the money, all of the time into these things, well, you just play every level at least once. Hi Koska, how we doing? How are we doing? Oh, just a quick one as well. I think most people are aware by now, but I will not be streaming on Saturday. We're probably the next stream that I do. Keep an eye out for, because I'm hoping it'll be a giveaway stream for Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu. That was a spicy one. Fuck you, Cupid. Can't get a headshot on that. Too far away. And I'm sure we'll make it a multiplayer shenanigan. Like, shots like that, even I feel like I'm lucky to hit that headshot. I'm lucky to even hit that shot. It's out of, like, my, like, kill box, as it were. So, but we did alright, though. But again, getting perfects on these early stages because we're not really scoring very well. Well, doubling fuck all is still doubling fuck all. Doubling fuck all is still fuck all, points-wise. Anyway, so... But yes, don't want to waste my gold on Hands of Gods because I don't really need them. Hey, who's doing the battery checks tonight? I hadn't heard nobody. Fine, I'll do them myself. Yeah, let me just do that. There we go. Right. Oh, I will keep an eye on my other battery. Oh, she's fully charged. Lovely. Bom, 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 bom. Missing Von tonight and my battery checks. But anyway, so, right. So, fully batteried and, yep, I'm fully charged. Good, good. So. What's that? Vagitex. Battery check, not Vagitex. Right. Yeah, battery. I thought you had an autocorrect accident then. Right, so. Let's get through this one and then we'll do some more of the other levels. But I want to at least try and show off the bingo shot. And I don't think I've got a good score on this map. I can't remember. I've played through a lot of the shots. I do want to speed run a map so I can show you what you need to do to get up there in time thing and some of the tricks of the trade as far as that is concerned as well. So I did potentially miss a shot back there that could have netted me some points, but because we weren't in combo, probably wasn't worth it. That is a very difficult to shot to take. I was kind of lucky to get that one. I would recommend using Tempests on Orphans, because they can be notoriously a difficult shot to hit. Damn it. Now, although we haven't... Now we've lost our perfect. Hitting an enemy, hitting an enemy and not killing it will affect the timing that you have to combo. It's kills that you need to be hitting. Yeah, there goes our perfect. It's kills that you need to be hitting to keep your combo going. Yeah. But yeah, hitting body shots will count towards your combo, but it won't keep your combo going, so it's very difficult to hit body shots and maintain a combo. This is why you go for headshots, so you make sure that you are getting the kill. So we've got a decent number of Tempests now. Now I want to be paying attention to the back here because we're starting to get to the point where more enemies are coming around the back and we've got the potential to get a bit of a combo going here. I want to try and get a kill before I take this shot. So let's go down there. That's not what we're aiming for. We want that shot. So that still isn't that good either, but hopefully that's a bit better. One more. There you go. You don't have to score quite as well on this level because the level is a lot harder, and so the score is not a lot lower, but is one of the lower ones. You only need to get into a couple of million on this one to be like in the top 10. It's a change of angle. There was a time when I was trying to game this level, and it kind of worked as well, where I'd sit down on the floor and imagine that I was dangling my legs off of the edge while shooting people. And it kind of worked because it brought my level down and got me closer to the enemies, but then you're not as maneuverable, and it's really difficult to fire a bow sitting down, even in VR. So it had its advantages, but it had way too many disadvantages to be worthwhile pursuing. So I tried it for a while, but I gave up on that pretty quick. Right, let's see if I could have a decent combo going when these guys are at the back there. That is worth taking shots. Let's get a combo going. Can we get another one? Yes, we can. And then that went through 2 heads. So there you go, Sniper Elite. Tricky Ambush, Sniper Elite. So we know that that was double gap shot, headshot at distance. So yeah, that isn't a long shot then either. That is a what's classed as a sniper shot. So this is where you score your points. Now if we can keep this combo going, just in case more come from down there, and we do that with little tiny body shots. That's not a lot. And that was Sniper Elite as well. No, that's probably... So the thing that you do have to take into consideration, because you are limited on the number of Tempest arrows that you can fire, is when do you let one off the chain? When do you rattle a Tempest out? And that's just basically something that comes with experience. I am going to try and maintain the perfect here, so I'm going to keep these to body shots now. Also maintain the combo though, because there is a scoreboard for that. So there you go, we scored a little bit off the back and then we get double that score again. So that's got us up to almost 500,000 now, which isn't bad, I guess. We're only at wave 7 though, we're not even halfway through. Well, we are now. Well, we will be soon. But we have a serious lack of Tempest arrows. So. We shall see. But yeah, 2 is... You want to go into most stages with at least 2 or 3. But you want to have a stockpile so that you can let them off the chain when the opportunities come up. One of the things that, again, as I said, is experience more than anything else, is knowing when to loose one off the chain and whether it's going to be worth it for you in points. One thing that I can tell you is if you're firing off at the bingo shot, hitting heads, hitting multiple enemies' heads with that bingo shot, and are in a big combo and doing that good stuff, that's how you do it. Oh, well, there goes the combo. Bollocks. That's an example of a gap shot. I fired the arrow through a gap, and so that gives me a little bit more on top of the score. Oh, good. There we go. Well, that's one headshot. Let's see if we can harvest a Cupid, see if we can get some Tempests out of them. Because we're not going to do very well on this map for scoring, or this wave for scoring, because I've still got the perfect. Dang! Oh, well, that's good to see. I don't think we need any Hands of Gods, really. So what I was talking about here is deploying one of those there, holding slow time, and then waiting for that to hit so that it doesn't count as a shot in the level. And then that will, any enemies that come through there will be slowed. But this one is even a little bit more random as to whether enemies, how many of them and which ones do come through that. So, like, for instance, yeah, that Hand of God did basically fuck all. So, but a night shot is a night shot. That's the group that we want. I can't remember what wave number it is. We have got lots of Tempests, so let's loose one of those off. And that one there. Grr, arg. No, you little shitbag. Don't you just hate orphans? Right, there you are. 61,000 for one. I mean, you want to be getting at least 100,000 for a Tempest shot on a level like this. So, that still wasn't great. Again, big long combos. And all those top player level plays I'm not really making tonight. Get you a decent score. Keep going. But we're still at 500,000. That's not, well, it's nothing like what I need, but it's not bad. But again, I'm not going for #1 slot, not on this. I'm trying to get, say, top 5, top 10 in as many categories as possible. And average performance from me, unpracticed, is probably going to be enough. So I'm sure that's not what you want to hear. Yes, today, chat, we're going to be looking at in-depth Unchained Siege of Heaven mode and mediocrity. Ooh. See, even I'd consider that a waste of a Tempest, really, but I'm trying to keep my combo going just in case there's a big group. Ah! Oh, fuck you, stupid. Well, I got him, but I didn't get the headshot that I wanted, so never mind. Occasionally you'll see me flicker this, and that's me pressing the button over and over again, so I'm kind of stop-going time to try and get the enemy to where I want to take the shot at, is the reason why I do that. And then hold it when I'm ready to take the shot, draw and loose. And because of how the slow time mechanic works, this is why you'll see me trying to rattle my shots off once I've notched them quite quickly, so that I can get back onto slow time quickly, because manipulation of slow time is the correct way to play. Yeah. It's not working out tonight, chat. Not working out at all. One got through the gate. Look, we lost some life. We could heal that with the blood of the lamb, but there's not really much point. I don't see much else getting through. So the game is about survival when you first start it, but then you get to this point where it's like you're not even paying attention to the life bar of the gate anymore. You're just paying attention to getting those hits, getting those combos going, hitting those shots when they come up, having Tempests to fucking do it. Might have been a bit of a waste, but if I can keep the headshots going. One. Ah, you bastard. Okay, well now it's worth doing the blood. If you are playing to I suppose, the mediocrity that I'm playing at the moment. Shit. Yeah. Then come on. Oh, how did you not give a headshot then? It's a very small hitbox. So if you are playing to the kind of level that I'm playing at now, or even worse, well, that's possible. Blood of the Lambs, you do get 2 regenerations per one that you buy. So if you're not losing life at an incredibly fast level, you do want to save purchases of those until you can be efficient and get both blocks of life back with them. Because otherwise you're wasting a little bit of money, and then you might think like, well, hang on, it's only 1,000 gold to buy a Blood of the Lamb, and that price never increases either. And you can do, so you can in essence buy 30 chunks of life across all 15 waves. And to an extent you'd be right that it's not really a waste. Not bad. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. It's not that much of a waste, but there's been plenty of times where I haven't been able to buy a pack of arrows and I'm a couple hundred gold short. And if I hadn't bought X, then I would have been able to afford it, and it would have made my run better because I would have had the arrows that I needed. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm like starting to get shy of arrows now is the other problem that we have. That's not a bad shot. 56k, man. I'm going to leave that shot, see if any more come. Skeletons in the back is what we want to be... Ah, rust that one. Is what we want to be aiming for, because skeletons are worth a lot of points. Red Knights and Black Knights also. Oh, look at this cavalcade of nonsense coming down the stairs. Of course you do. Of course you do. Down. There we go. Another one. Fucking shoulder in the way. Oh, you... Ah, you bollocks. Oh god. That cost me more life than I was willing to take. So, yeah, I must also apologise for my language. Nothing gets me effing and jeffing like this game. This mode of this game. Well, maybe Showdown. Maybe Contractors Showdown. We shall see. Although I'm not streaming on Saturday, I will be streaming that one with our beloved Indie VR. I won't be streaming it, but he will be. So we'll get to see how that goes. Free Tempest there, we like that. Hello, weeps. Spicy. Gap shot. Gap shot. Free Tempest. So yeah, again, I didn't want to lose that life, but there you go. These things happen. The thing is, so you go through multiple phases if you started playing Siege today. To begin with, it feels like a survival game, and then you get to the point where it isn't a survival game, you're thinking about the scoring, and then it kind of goes back the other way. Whilst you're thinking about the scoring, you're delaying taking shots and letting enemies get into the risky zone, and that's when you again start you losing life, and then you have to tighten that up, and then you get to about where I am. So, after the tightening... Oh... Hitting your shots, that's an important part of this. Oh. Oh. Be able to keep a combo going there, or it isn't really worth it. See if we can get some headshots. Come on now. Damn it. There we go. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah. That's a shot that I wish I could make consistently. I mean, the controllers are feeling good, though. Maybe I should attempt that one more often. That's the shot that I need to start making consistently, because it gets me the arrows. This is another problem as well, though. That headshot takes quite a lot of effort. 3 headshots on enemies, and then a headshot on that little bastard, if he flies the right way. To get a Cataclysm, which I'm not going to use. No. So yeah, I hope everyone likes British slang and swearing. You'll be getting a lot of that tonight. Skeleton down there. He's already... Oh, yeah. Like 32,000. Not amazing, but hopefully... Yeah, you're gone. Hopefully you get the idea from this level, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to portray. I'm not necessarily going to try and hit the big scores. I would do that after playing the map many times. Yeah. Fine. Let's go through the gate, see what I care. Bastard. Well, we've hit 1 million, which isn't too bad. We actually start needing this life now as well, because I'm playing a little riskier. We'll take a Hand of God as well, just in case I need to drop it down. So another, as I said, another thing that you will see higher scoring players than me do is picking, not necessarily picking up incursions, but using their incursions and then dropping them here. Now, it is a good strategy, but as I've said, if you're leaving them to get close to where they could blow up, what I always find is I take that shot and then the explosion happens and kills the enemy. Excuse me. It also ruins your headshot count. So if you've got 2 headshots and you're banking on the 3rd headshot coming in, and then that explodes and kills an enemy, you're back down to 0 headshots and you need to get another 3 before you spawn a Cupid. So that's another reason. So we'll go on a different map in a minute. I don't, if anyone's watching and, you know, is struggling on scoring on a particular map, has anybody got any requests and I can show it off? Otherwise, I guess I'll just do them in order. Because God knows I need to be doing them as well. Just can't hit him. I will say though, on the Quest Pro controllers thing, I do feel like I'd actually be doing worse tonight if I wasn't using those. Just the little things. No. Remember that bit that I'm always going on about? Make sure you berate yourself when you fuck up shots and such. Just saw him. Yeah, I do a lot of berating in this mode. Ugh. As you can probably hear. Fuck off. I need tempests! Ah. That's why you don't take those shots. Excellent work, Weeps. Well done. Cataclysms are not going to help us. Wave 14. So we're back up to full life now. We've got 1 million, which isn't bad. You need to be close to like 1.5. So... But then this is another thing I'm hoping as well, is I'm hoping to put a bit of time into this game over the next couple of weeks. So after showing you bingo shots, I can, you know, maybe do a little bit better. But there is that element of once you press record, it all goes to shit. I mean, I had that experience and that excuse with the Quest 2. Because the Quest 2 and this game seem to be kind of like on the limit of the Quest 2's power. So then you introduce recording and, yeah, stutters and micro stutters and all sorts of bits and pieces going on in the background that you guys wouldn't have been able to see either, because it doesn't show up in the recording, it just shows up in the gameplay on my side. Who would have fancied that, eh? An excuse that can't be verified by chat. Just gets better and better, just making it up as he goes along. Ah, I haven't got it. Didn't have a Tempest, otherwise I could have had a alright shot at her. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on now. Fuck off then. We do get arrows from taking the orphans out. That's why I don't mind spending a Tempest. But again, another good run would be you loose a Tempest on her and get a Tempest back. And so then you've lost nothing. And gained a bit of scoring. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, probably shouldn't die, should I? Probably not going to be conducive to scoring. Interestingly enough, though, you don't actually have to finish the mode for your score to count. Obviously, your score... Oh, look at these headshots now when we're way too late in the game. Purgatory 7. Oh, I hope you've been practicing your bloody... What's it called? God, I can't coin the phrase. Snow globing. Hope you've been practicing your snow globing of Annie Bobs. You'll need it. Right, wave 15. Life's not looking too bad. We can afford a couple to go through. We don't want to. So, but yeah. What we'll do is we'll play it by ear tonight, because we're like already, yeah, an hour and a half through the stream, and I've only kind of shown 2 levels, so I might only get a chance to do 2 more. But I you know, I need to be doing more of this myself, because yeah, I've got scores to get, and a better way to do it. Showing it off to you lot and trying to dispense. Got to get headshots on those black ones. They take way too many body shots for you to take out any other way. It's terrible. There was a time back in the days of me and For the Right and Beanie where this Siege of Heaven mode, the top scorer was the guy who could farm the most Cupids. And, you know, we thought we were impressive by getting into the, like, even close to the million, maybe 1.5 million. That was a good score back in the day. Now that the meta's been actually found out, because apparently it's always existed. Yeah. Now the scoring's changed a little bit. Oh, there you go. Top 15 in the world. That's not bad, I guess, as I'll be up in 3rd. So, yeah, that should give you... But then the other thing that I will say as well is, look at the gap between the top guys, and then I'll include Fish in mediocrity. No, these are good scores. But even this level, you know, you get a few outliers, like Up From the Depths, RB, Enzeus. You know, that's an amazing score for this level. But a lot of things have to go right for that to happen. So, I mean, I could have, Weebs, but you left. But obviously I know why, so. But yeah, no, I would have happily guided you through it, word by word, humming those sweet nothings into your ear as Anakim descends upon you. But maybe another time. Or just bring your quest headset down and I'll do it for you. So, where did we get to? Ruined Bastion. Ruined Bastion is an even harder level. But there are some bingo shots to be made. I haven't got a very good score on it yet. I mean, top 30 is not bad, but we can do better than that, I think. But yeah, these scores are, again, probably difficult to get. The closer there it is at the top, the harder you can assume that the level is. However, I did get the time sorted, so that's a thing. And I haven't looked at any other thing else either. What I will see about doing is potentially doing another episode of this and going through some of these and how I would go about getting firsts on those, or if not firsts, near as damn it to first. Let's see if we can get this one tidied up. So, bingo shot on this level is here. And what you need to wait for is the guys coming from the top, wandering all the way down there, and then taking your shot here. Because as you can see here, there's a thing to fire through, and then there's another pillar beyond that and then another pillar again. I think it registers that one and that one as the pillars, as the gap shots. So that gives you a double gap shot. That's the highest amount of gaps that you can get, is a double gap. If you can do that with Tempests and you can nail those headshots and you can do it as part of a long combo, I believe... Are they long shots or sniper shots? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've taken that shot. So let's do it now. What great idea. Completely out of practice. Skipping from map to map. What are we waiting for? So, and again, this one's a bit easier, I find, than like, maybe. I could see why you'd say that, actually. God, it says your name weird, Koska. It says Poska. So yeah, yeah, I can see why you think that, because I suppose, like, visually it's a bit dark and dingy and there's not a lot going on. And the spicy shots are not so easy to take on this one. They're actually quite difficult. But I don't know. The one thing that I will say is any map can become quite interesting when you know how to do it and you know what you're waiting for. But I will agree with you, the lead up to that spicy bingo shot, it can be a bit boring. It's also probably one of the easiest ones to miss as well, because you'll be slow timing and knowing that they're going looping up and around the top and coming back down, and you're using your slow time, and then your attention gets taken away by something else, and then by the time you come down, they're in that middle distance there and you can't get it. You can also make that same double gap shot, so it must be that. You can make it here. See that archway there? They actually come through that bit. No. I need to experiment some more on that. I think because of the... I assume you're on a quest 3. I think... But even then, that might be because of how they've updated. I think the previous thing that we had where we could lock the knights out by killing them and then them never respawning again because you don't kill any abominations, that might have changed because the game did that, I think, because it didn't have the processing power to have all of the abominations and Anakim with the chance of archers spawning in as well and the knights. So one of those groups of enemies had to go. So yeah, maybe it has changed, but again, I haven't really played the main game that much. I did try to destroy all of the knights in Fletcher, but in Fletcher that's never really going to go very well. And to me, it did seem that they kept on respawning, but that might have been because I accidentally killed an abomination. I don't know. So you'd have to ask somebody who's gone through it recently. I haven't started a main, like a proper serious main game run yet. Oh, you shit. Oh, come on! How are those not headshots? Try and do a bit of farming. See if we can get some headshots on some cupids. And collect ourselves up some arrows. So yeah, this one is... It feels like it's more on level with the other levels. Paradise Lost, or sorry, Lost Passageway feels like it's higher, so you're firing a lot more of your shots down, which is more difficult. This one's more like Saints, but as Koska was saying, it's not quite as interesting a level. You also can't, it's also very difficult to score big on this one, hence why I'm taking the 2 times. Normally I wouldn't do that, but yeah. Right, let's see how we go. What were you saying about your platform earlier? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, it's tough being on the odd quest side of things, Kuska, I'll tell you that. Yes, got it. The one thing that I will say is if you're not trying to put yourself in a position where you are, you know, constantly trying to beat bigger and better scores, then it can stifle your improvement. Oh, fuck off! Bastard. Bastard. Why couldn't he smoothly walk around instead of having to lay out his fucking set square and 90-degree turn it on the fly? Bastard. Anyway, never mind. It was only it didn't really matter. We had sod all points. Yeah, I mean, I've still got some work to do on the Pico side of things, so probably whatever position you're in, go one down. Because it's too fast. It's too fast. There's too much danger of missing those delicate shots, and this is not a scoring wave. There's few times that even I ring the bell, and part of that is because I'm not good enough. But a bigger part of it is I try and play in a way that I hope is recreatable. Ringing that bell and making everything twice as fast is a lot harder than playing it normally. So, and the scores that you can get, huge scores, without ever having to ring that bell. Yes, Rage Mode does double your score. There are times that I use it, but they are few and far between. Oh. It's that headshot. And another. No. Any more? What do you mean no more? Bollocks. Look at this. This is one orphan and 3 headshots on Cupids. I get 1 Tempest. Fucking bollocks. But there's 3, so that's good. Is an argument for grabbing some Hands of Gods, but we don't need to waste our cash on it. We want to waste our cash, or spend our cash on Tempests. Right. Oops. To activate my music there. That's another thing. Like, I'm not doing it in the stream because obviously I'm chatting to you. Sorry. Was that weird? Missed that. Second on the other platform. Don't. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, on the main game. The thing is, like, you know, it is what it is. The level of play on Pico is going to be lower because I don't think the game's as popular over. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad shot to take. I think you can get a 4 times further back. But that's still the king of your Tempest shot over there. But you can get a lot in that 4 times. And if you can scoot a Tempest arrow over the top of them and like skim all of their heads, you can get a decent amount of points out of that bit. But yeah, missing those shots. You can get a headshot on those when they're flying away, but it's really, really difficult. Really difficult. No, it doesn't matter. Farming. We're farming. Yes. And a Tempest. Bollocks. Well, that wasn't too bad. We've got a nice array. Now, one of the other things as well is if you get to where I'm at with your headshotting, try not to pick up the arrows back here that are important that you are going to be using, because if you're doing well, you'll get a lot of them, and you don't want to max out one of your quivers and then have the possibility of buying more from here. That can be a waste. Yes, you could just put them in another quiver, but hear me out. One of the things that I make a point of doing is I always play the same way every time, so I know exactly where everything is. You'll note my incursions go at the bottom, my Hand of Gods go next to that, my Tempests have always gone here, and my Cataclysms have always gone here. Why I've done it that way around? It was actually before the Blessed Quiver days, because otherwise I would have switched these 2 round. But I find these 2 are easy to grab, these ones are a little bit more difficult. And so because these 2 are easy to grab, that one probably being the easiest, That's where my most regular shot goes. If you always keep your quiver the same, it means that you don't have to think about what arrow to grab once you've decided that you need that arrow. It comes naturally. So I would always put arrows in the same place every single time. It also, when you're in the heat of the moment and like buying from the shop, it means that you place them in the correct places. Because, say for instance, I had 10 Tempests and then picked up a different arrow and put it on top of it, it would delete all of those 10 Tempests. That ends runs, as you can probably appreciate, if you do any sort of play or scoring on this. So now we need to start thinking about watching for guys coming out here and wandering down here and keeping a decent combo going whilst that is happening. Bastard. Yes. Yes. No! Cataclysm! Fuck off! And he's flying away as well. How am I supposed to get a headshot on you? So again, we're not really... I mean, you're always interested in scoring, but in a lot of Siege, the first sort of like 7-8 waves are trying to build up a bit of cash, but mainly farming those extra arrows because they're worth a lot more than the cash that you could possibly get. And also, if you are trying to score big in those early waves, you're then going to be using resources that will pay dividends later on. So that's part of the reason why you do it. Like in the Anakim's advanced level, which is where you can put together a very tidy score. I'm not going to say easily because there is some finesse to it, and I'd like to show that off tonight. There's our skeleton boy. There's two. Right, I need to hit a shot before they get there, and I'm going to move here so I can see the shot coming. What I think we might do... we've got time. They're going to take a little bit of time to get round. Right, here we go. So, let's hit that one. Hit that one. Here they come. Even that wasn't worth that much. Don't you right angle me. So now we want to try and get that perfect. This will... Oh, fucked it already. Had to say it, didn't I? Had to say it. Bollocks. Ah, well. Back to farming. Come on. Now, at this point, I don't care about my combo because I'm not going to get a very good score out of this one. I mean, it's going to be alright, but I'm not going to be able to add to it. So what I want to try and do is get headshots on those. But it didn't work. We have got a decent amount of cash. Again, I have said about trying not to go for the 2 times, but I'm not scoring too badly, and if I keep grabbing these, I can improve my score. So it's not good. What I'm doing here is not good play. If I was playing well, I wouldn't need to buy those because I would have loads of money, and then I can save for the 3 times and get even more 3 times packs. I'd also have loads of arrows behind me ready to pick up as well, but yeah. Any level where the Cupid headshots are difficult is always going to be a testing level, and the Cupid headshots are difficult on most levels. The best place to go and practice your Cupid headshots is Anakim's Advance once more. Fuck off! Where are you going? You're gone. Oh, mister. Well, there goes a missed arrow then. So here's another problem that you can find yourself having. Oh, sorry, my phone's gone off. I'll sort my TTS out in a minute. I don't know why it goes off and does this. Probably because I'm overcharging it or some shit, maybe. Don't know. Another problem that you can have is you get so infatuated with trying to do things and waiting for things to get to the point where they're a pinnacle for scoring points that you then fucking miss them. That was a classic example. That could have been an easy Tempest and maybe an extra 25 grand, and I completely missed it because I tried to let her get far enough away and behind the gap shot and trying to get her 4 times. That, again, is just part of play and part of the learning process. And, yeah, happens to me all the time when I'm not on form. Bear with. Get the next one going in a moment. And get my TTS back up. I'm on TTS. You can do it. I believe in TTS. Okay. Right. So quick check. There we go. Good, good. Right. Nope, don't need that. Not yet, anyway. We've got 6 in the tank, so to speak. So, let's see. So again, as I said, it's not until the later waves that you really get the opportunity to score big, and that's as much down to the fact that you can get larger and longer combos together, and also these more valuable enemies. A red knight killed is worth more than an abomination, for instance. So, nothing going down the way that we want it to. Yet, anyway. Fucking neck shot. Hey! Lani impression there for you. Don't know why I'm trying to lengthen out my combos. So that's another thing as well. So as I've said, what I'm doing there is I'm trying to leave my combo, my shot within combo as long as possible to try and extend that and let the enemies get closer to me to make my shots easier. But for not much reason, because I haven't got anything to combo into, because, yeah, there wasn't many enemies on that one. This is a bloody terrible score. Doing rubbish. Now, that's a good group. If I had 4 times there, I'd be tempted to take that shot. Let's see how much they're worth. Yeah, so like that's only 20k. If I'd have got a hit on something before I took that shot, we would already be in combo when we took that shot, so that would have been worth 40k. That was a waste of a 10 pest, but probably worth having a look at, I guess. There's the boys that we want. Look at that massive group that are coming down. So if we can get a combo going here and keep it going, we should be able to get a big old thing going. Yes, mate. I've got the old Quest Pros. Fuck! Got the old Quest Pros on the go at the moment. That was a decent shot. Right, when are they coming? There we go. Right, let's maneuver a little bit. Try and keep that combo up. There's 1, 2. Yeah, not so great. There's more coming though. Keep the combo going. Yeah, I got the old Quest Pro controllers because I've had a bit of a Quest 3 controller malfunction and my triggers have just decided to be shit all of a sudden and start sticking on the right hand side. And of course, normally, mate, I'm the same as you. Like 300 quid for controllers is way too much. Thankfully, I had some. Oh, there we are. Oh, that's good. It's not bad. Thankfully, I had some. Oh, it's still going. Bop. That's good. Thankfully, I had some vouchers left over from Christmas. So I think I paid like 160 quid for a pair, which is still fucking stupid for a pair of controllers. But the problem that I've got is I have to be able to justify it because I can't just stop playing, can I? I've got streaming to do, I've got videos to record, I've got various contracts that I've got to fulfill, so it's not like I can be without controllers whilst they're away. And I wanted to have a test at them. I will say they are expensive. I'd still say they're not good enough to justify based on the Quest 3 side of things. But if you've got 300 quid lying around, they're not bad. I do like the fact that they've got a little charging port in them, so I don't need batteries anymore. That is nice. Some games that you're going to be able to take really big advantage of them. Excuse me. Others you are not. Like, for instance, I can draw and put my other hand behind my head so that I can actually look down the shaft of the arrow and get a sight picture, which is a thing. Ah, hello, Sean. Nah, you're fine. We're only at Abyss. We've only at God, whatever this level's called, I can't remember now. The Abyss siege level. We've got loads more to do yet, Sean. Don't you worry. How the devil are you, sir? Oh, and I think you've got them. I'm using Quest Pro controllers right now. I was just saying to Weebs why, but yeah, long story short, my Quest 3 ones died on me, or Quest 3 one's gone a bit shit, so I've had to get the old Quest Pros, and they do feel more precise. I feel like I would be doing worse tonight having played this from pretty much cold. I mean, I put a couple of scores in the other week, but it was only, a couple of days ago, but it was only the time, like, rushing through to get up to the top of the time leaderboard. Where are you going? You are going that way. Okay. There's nowhere else for you to go, so you've got to be going that way. Oh, there's another one coming as well. There he is. Still not a massive amount of points. Oop, steady. Lovely. Another Skelly Bob coming. Nah. 1, 2, 3. I got the headshot as well. Lovely. Oh, excellent. Are you going to come play with us? Oh, fuck! There we go. Yeah, definitely come and play Onward, mate. Definitely. Yeah, with the, it's my silly weekend this weekend, so I won't be streaming Onward on Saturday. Typical that you've got your lenses and I'm not streaming. We should be back on it. Well, I'll be back on streaming the following Saturday. The one thing that I will say is Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu, I need to stream, and I'm hoping to do a giveaway with it, unbeknownst to the devs and the publishers. But we'll see what they say. Oh, I've missed them all. Oh, well, I didn't have a very good combo anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, yeah, Onward definitely has my interest as a mode. Hell, I haven't even been trying to score in that yet. That's another bag of problems waiting to happen. Yes, you can. Yeah, mine's the... My trigger is literally when I pull it sometimes, it sticks completely. And I had a similar problem with the Quest 3 and with the Quest 2 rather, and I was able to fix it by going into the controller. So I know how to fix the problem, but I'm not invalidating my warranty if it's in warranty. And fuck me, I've only had the Quest 3, I don't know how long, when did it come out? October. I've only had it like 6-7 months. And one of the buttons is failing already. Now, I mean, I probably would be a pretty good example as a stress tester for these controllers, because I do put shifts in on games and do play a lot, and there's a lot of triggering going on. But still, like, fucking 7 months for a button starting to go? You can bollocks. I'm having a new controller, and I'll be telling Oculus or Meta or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves I'm having a new one, not a refurb. Shouldn't be happening after... 6 months. Like, yes, fair enough, the Quest 2 was, in essence, a budget model to... yeah, no, Hang on. I did say yes, Sean. Yes, you can. Because it has the hold to grip function. It has the press to grip function that you need. That was a good one. So, yeah. I'll talk about Onward in a minute. Remind me. But, yes, you'll be able to play it, Sean. No sweat. Timing. Yay. Yeah, sorry, you might be behind in the stream. That's my fault. Press the live button. Make sure it's got the little red dot on it. That'll tell you. Yeah, sorry, I forget you might be... Oh! Forget you might be behind in the stream. So, yes. Yes, you can. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so... Yeah, 6-7 months for buttons starting to go. Fuck off. I'm not using contact cleaner. I'm not opening up because that will invalidate the warranty. The controller is very much in warranty, and now I have something to send it back. They can bollocks if they think they're going to send me refurbs. It's only 6 months old and it's failing already. No, I want a new one. So, and I've also had to go out and buy the pros as well so I can continue to do coverage for their thing. The thing that rankles me about it the most, I suppose, is the Quest 2 was better than the original Quest, but it was also kind of marketed as budget. The head strap was shit. The controllers weren't great. This wasn't good. That wasn't good. The face cover wasn't great. The battery wasn't great. You know, all of these things, right? Now, that wasn't the story that we were told on the Quest 3. Quest 3 we have paid the money for. Quest 3 is supposed to be, you know, I know there's a higher level of tech, but it's supposed to be a bit of a premium one. And for things to start failing already, like, you know, they've already had to start thinking about doing fucking recalls on the Elite strap side of things. Oh, fuck off. So, you know, what is it next? Oh, we've, you know, we've skimped out on componentry, one-piece componentry within the control pad, and everyone's going to have problems within 12 months. We're going to have to start doing a recall. Who knows? Who knows? As I said, I get that the Quest 2 was supposed to be a budget. The Quest 3 was not. It's one of the things that really got me when I first opened up my Quest 3 is just how uncomfortable everything was for something that we were supposed to be paying as a premium headset, not a budget one. Was not something that I was expecting. Yeah, well, no, definitely send it off, but this is why I've gone and got the pros weave, so that I can send it off without having to worry. Woo! 10k shot there. Rubbish. Ooh, more Tempest. Lovely. Yeah, it's a bit different for me, though. Like, you can go without a game for a couple of weeks. This is kind of, well, hopefully one day will become my livelihood, so I've got to keep going on. And on and on and on. I've never looked at that up there. Lovely. Probably should have a look around in these stunning Quest 3 graphics. Ooh, battery, on that note. Just whinging about batteries. Better change. There we go, and that one's almost dead. That one can go there like that. This one can go there like that. There we go. Did we do well there? Yes, we did. Right. On. But yeah, so I think it's a bit poor on... But then the other thing that I will say as well is I know people have had absolute nightmare experiences with the likes of Oculus or Meta or what have you, with just, you know, being passed pillar to post and having to send multiple emails and, you know, not getting anywhere whilst trying to do all of these things. Fuck bollocks. And yeah, I've never had that problem, or maybe I have, but I'm quite adept and expectant of, you know, to be passed from pillar to post and having to respond to emails and having to tell 6 different people the same fucking story because no one's passed on your details from one to the last. And it is all annoying stuff, but it's how corporate everything works these days, unfortunately. We are not doing well on the life side of things. I think someone might have flicked the switch at Meta. He's talking bad. Fuck his score. Talking bad. No mercy, monsters, in his stupid little game. But yeah, as I said, I'm kind of used to that sort of approach. But what I also expect from that approach as well is you keep on sending the emails, you keep on interacting with them, you keep on doing the thing, and eventually you've closed down so many so many avenues of response. That's actually some good scoring there. So many avenues of response that all they can then do is do what you ask. That's like the only option left to them. And yeah. Ah! Boo. Well, that wasn't bad. We've got the 1 million mark at the very least, so... But again, that was on... That's not the bingo shot, but I suppose when you've got enough enemies on there and they're all occupying that 4 times, if you can do what I did, if I was in higher combo and I'd skimmed more heads and killed more, would have done well. One of the things that you do want to avoid as it happens as well is don't hit... I know it seems, or I've found my scoring hasn't been quite as good, and I know this is going to sound counterintuitive, but if you have one of those exploding skulls coming into that, try and miss the exploding skull, because then you get multi-kill explosions as opposed to headshot multi-kills. And from my understanding, headshot multi-kills are better point scorers than explosive multi-kills. So, right, how many we got left? And none. Brilliant! Fucking brilliant. Well, we could still maybe tie 100 to 200k on. There's a guy. Haven't had any perfects yet, I might add, as well. Doing absolutely shocking. Let's see if we can get a decent combo together before maybe gets downstairs. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Fuck! Yeah, well, there goes my perfect. Oh, that's the shot that I was talking about, and it is incredibly difficult to make. To the point where it's like I can only hope to get those. Well, I mean, I've got the Bobo, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I think it's the best one. I have the Bobo because I just got that because I was recommended that, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. There are some problems with the fact that I've gone from the Quest 2 version of the Bobo to the Quest 3 version without changing the batteries over. That is both an oversight on, I think, Quest's side of things, or Meta's side of things, and Bobo's. But if you are buying a Bobo strap and actually getting the one that's designed for the Quest 3 with the Quest 3 batteries, you should be fine. The only problem that I have is the batteries that I'm using at the moment are not... Oh, I thought there was a guy coming then. Are not powerful enough to keep the headset charging at the same time as playing and not have the battery be reduced, if that makes sense. Although I have found that by putting my brightness down, I can get something like it. See, that was only 32 grand. That was a bit rubbish. Right, so, I'm not endorsed by Bobo. I use their stuff. I've got lots of batteries. I've never had any problems with it. Their headsets are very comfortable. Having played with both the Elite head strap and the Halo head strap, I think the Elite head strap is more comfortable. However, if you can get the Halo head strap just as you like it, and it does take some getting used to and some maneuvering and so on, I think the Halo design is probably superior. Yeah, Bobo's a good make. There's another one as well that Mac has reviewed. Mac in VR has reviewed and said about on his channel. It's like, you know, it doesn't have the same appeal name-wise as Bobo, but it's like KKPOSSY something or other. And they do a similar thing, and I think they're a slightly cheaper version, but a very good version of what Bobo's doing. But yeah, have a look on Mac VR's channel and see which one he rates, because he's shilled out for one of them. He's probably sponsored, I don't know, but Mac usually, he's not, the thing is, like, he's not gonna recommend something that is uncomfortable, because he'll want to wear it and see if it works for him, and before he sort of passes on recommendations. So yeah, it's like Kate, I can't remember. Thing is, I couldn't tell you what it is because it's not a very catchy name, so I haven't remembered it. I'm sure if I had one, I'd be able to. Mac rattles it off all the time, but I can never remember what it is. Weeble will probably know what it's called. But yeah, I can't. If anyone's watching us lot streaming Showdown on Friday on Indy's channel, we should be playing... Oh, fuck off. We should be playing with yeah, not really. I don't quite know what they were thinking about the air conditioning thing, if I'm honest. That seems a little bit like, oh, how can we justify like 100 odd quid for this head strap? I'll put a fan in it. I don't know if that's a great idea or not, but I don't know, maybe it'd be good for some people. It just seems like a, I don't know, maybe it'd be good. Don't know, I can't really comment because I haven't used it, so, but it seems a little bit much for me, if you ask. I've never, I mean, you know, I've never needed a fan in VR previously. So, but, you know, the country is getting hotter. Air conditioning may be something that I need at some point. But yeah, the new one with the bigger battery capacity is definitely the one to go for. The problem, basically, I suppose the only problem that I had with Bobo is they were uneducated. It took ages for the strap to come out. It took ages for the adaptation kit to adapt the old strap to the Quest 3 to come out. And then we found out that the batteries aren't up to snuff, which I suppose it's not Bobo's fault. They didn't realise that Quest were going to change things, I'd imagine. Probably be their excuse. But I don't know, a bit of market research would have been nice. You know, the argument is, why bring out an adaptation for a piece of technology to fit on the latest piece of technology when it's not going to perform well enough on the battery front? And I think the reason being is they just assumed that it would, and then found out that it didn't. And the rest is history, as they say. That wasn't too bad at the end. There we go. So we managed to tie on an extra 300,000. And that puts us... But yeah, as you... So one of the things to look at and break down the scoring, you know you're doing well if you're getting wave purists. Only the Swift and the Infallible. That is the points that you get from perfect waves. Slayer of the Blind is obviously the points you get for eliminating Cupids, including their bonuses. Bringing Salvation to the... Oh, no, sorry. Eliminating Cupids, that's, you know, shooting Cupids. Bringing Salvation to the Orphans, that's the Orphans and their associated bonuses, I believe. Virtuoso, scoring shots requiring skill and finesse, so that's all your things like gap shots and various bits and pieces. And then the Combatant is just regular shots. So... Well, it's not warm enough to warrant it, but it's starting to get that way. So, I don't know. There is the fact that, like, you know, England is miserable and usually cold, so I don't really need a fan. That's it. What was it? KK Fob Fobble. That's all it came... Yeah. Yeah, that's it. KKCOBVR. Have a look at those as well, because I think they're a bit cheaper and they don't have the fan gimmick, and Mac has, you know, said about them, and I dare say there's some sort of affiliated link where you can go and help him out, and I don't know, probably get you a bit of discount off of something by using that. I don't know how all these things work. I'm gonna have to soon, I'd imagine. Well, that's the funny thing as well, Sean, is the Quest 3 Elite battery strap is looking like it's going to either be recalled or I don't know, people are going to be compensated, because apparently it's got faults in it that even it doesn't stay up to press with the amount of battery that it's charging the headset. And, you know, to bring out an accessory specifically for a headset and the battery is still draining even though you've got the accessory that's supposed to charge it whilst you play. Well, that's a bit shit, isn't it? Right. Because I've got a fairly decent score on Anakim's Advance, I'll show you where the bingo shot is, and then we'll move on to something where I haven't got a very good score and is, in my opinion, probably one of the hardest levels. Be a good test for the actual, the Quest Pros, actually. So, yeah, this one will rattle through, and I'll try and show you. We'll do this one. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to do... Well, I'll do that to quicken things up a little bit, but I'm not going to worry. As long as I've got one Tempest and a Hand of God, I can show you what I need to show you, so... But yeah, these, the way that they move, the bob of the head, the speed of the lead, it's not that I can't do it, it's just very fucking difficult. And I feel I can get a better combo and better points just having them at normal speed. The thing is, anybody who can do that and can do what I'm doing already here is going to score better than me again. So that is something to consider. Right. So the whole point with Anakim's Advance is build up a huge stockpile of arrows behind you and save it all for the later waves. If you can score really well in some of the earlier waves, it gives you a nice surplus of cash to keep up on top of the arrows that are offered to you from the shop as well. So that is also important, but you don't want to be loosing Tempests off the chain willy-nilly on Anakim's Advance, because you can make a hell of a lot of points with a single one. So there's your headshot there. Now this is where you go to practice headshots on Cupids. This is where you go to practice those Cupid headshots. Note how I got all three, because they always spawn in front of you, or nearly always in front of you, as long as you hit the last headshot in this area, and then they travel left to right in front of you. And what I find is I lead them, and then at the last second I kind of move my bow, do a little like that, just to make sure that I accommodate for the speed. That works for me, and I'm usually quite consistent. So, right, there's a Hand of God. That will take. Yeah, I think they did do the same with the Elite Head Strap. My advice to anybody who has got an Elite Head Strap is, whether you're having problems or not, fucking contact them, because you're going to get probably something free out of it. So, just like, you know, with the faceplates, I don't think there was that many people that had problems with the faceplates and when it was like getting any sort of rash from the Quest 2 one, if we remember those days. But when they're offering a free VR face cover for me to just turn around and go, yeah, it's a bit irritating, got a bit of a rash coming up, can you send me a VR cover one, which is worth like, what, 30, 40 quid, and was really fucking comfortable, you better believe I want one of those sent to me for free. So, and yeah, you should be doing the same with the Elite Strap. And don't feel bad about it either, because they're the ones that have fucked up or probably cheaped out in the development, design, and materials process. Now they're having to pay the piper. Yeah, no, go for it, mate. Go for it. Yeah, no, that's fine. It might not let you, Weaves, if I'm honest. I have got it so that people can post links in the chat. I think it might be comments. Throw it up, see if it comes up. If it doesn't, well, sorry, it's not really anything that I can do live. So, if needs be, maybe put it up in the comments after, but even that might get... The thing is, it's like I've learned about this recently, is YouTube stop a lot of things like that happening, even when you allow them, and even when they're legitimate. So let me show you, this is how you make your points here. You would do your headshots, and you would wait for a Cupid to do your headshots, hit your Cupid. You want that 4 times for the basics of scoring. And then what you do is, and I'll demonstrate this properly, but this is the essence of it, is you pop your Hand of God and you want to fire it low. The reason being is then the biggest part of the circumference of the circle is further out to Anakim, which means that he can't travel as far whilst not in the bubble. And then what we want to do is headshot, 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 headshot. One more? Yeah. There would be less of those to take because he would be in a 4 times taking increased damage. Fire a shot into the bell and let that hit, then finish him off. Then you want to fire that shot and you want to hit the group in the head, but also make sure that you skim this. Oh, there you go. I just ruined my perfect there. And that is the essence. See, I berate myself, but I congratulate myself either. The Elite Strap is good, and I do like the Elite Strap design. I changed from the Elite Strap design to the Halo design because that was what was on offer to me when I went to buy that was what was on offer, so I thought I'd give it a try. I like the Elite Straps, and as I said, the Elite Straps are instantly more comfortable, but I think Halo straps, because of the way that they are, you can adjust them. So, I've also found as well that thing, like, I thought I was potentially balding, and yeah, turns out it might be the headset on my head. No wonder Beardo Benjo hasn't got a fucking hair on his head. He spends too much time in VR with his fucking headsets on his head. It's all fallen out. And I had a bit of that as well. So, no, I was talking about the inner cover, the cushions. So they were doing replacements for those, and you got a free VR face cover. No, the ones on the outside, I can't remember what they're called, but they're of no interest. Who's going to fucking see them, for starters? So, but yeah. Right, let me get a couple more deep, and then we'll actually, I'll try and show that off again, but properly. This is something that I've practiced a lot. I've played this level a lot. This is the one that I had a quick couple of goes on and actually scored really well. You can score all right out of that orphan, but you really need to make sure you hit a shot first, and then you want to fire through there and hit the headshot as well. Even that's only worth 20k, but at least we're getting an arrow. And one of the good things about this level is there is at least 2 arrows that you can get that are useful to you. I'm going to let that combo go off and see if I can set up the shot that I'm talking about. The other shot that you can do, the other big point scorer, is there is a 4 times holy ground that can be set up there. And then you take your shot from here across there, and you slow him with a Hand of God here. That one is actually worth more points than the middle one, because that then also counts as a long shot, as well as all the other things that it counts as, double gap shot, headshots, and so on and so forth. And by ringing that bell when I did as well, that then puts the game into rage mode, and any enemies that have recently spawned are enraged, which means yes, they're a little bit faster, but worth double points. I'm not going to get it, look, of course I'm not. So normally at this point I would still be, hello Orange, I'd still be building my scores. So, but we'll, I won't demonstrate it again, I'll just finish him off, and then we'll try and do it on a big wave so I can show you the kind of points. See how quickly he went down there with just 3 shots in the holy ground? He goes down a lot faster when you've got a holy ground set up, and bastard. There we go. And you get a lot more points out of him as well. But as I said, in these early stages, you don't want to be going for the bingo shot. You want to be farming for the additional arrows. Like, and note the order that I did that in, so that I could leave one of them to get a little bit further, so that the Cupid spawns further back, so it gives me more time to put the headshot in. This is where you go to practice headshotting Cupids. If you can do it here, you can get the confidence to then start trying it in other levels, but it is a lot more difficult in other levels. Right, The other thing, and this is actually straight out of Beanie's book, but I've adapted it a little bit for myself, is, again, the top scorers or the big boy players, they'll put their incursions there. I don't like... I've already told you why I don't like doing that, and I don't like ruining my combos and various bits and pieces there. So I put them now... I used to not use them. Now I put them on here and... on here, and the reason being is when you are in the depths of these big combos, there can be fucking cupids flying off all over the place, and if they get too far away, you then have to use a tempest on them. If you set up the incursions on these pillars, as they're flying away, they'll hit those. Oh, cheers, Weebs. I think I'm good. It wasn't that long ago that I changed. Yeah, I'm still 3-barred, but thank you for checking, Weeble. Cheers. A lot of these ones are just stock to try and get rid of them. Right, we'll get a couple of waves deep, and then I'll try and show you what sort of points these bingo shots are worth. So another thing that you can do as well to delay Anakim's roll to build a bigger combo before you do that and give yourself even more time is fire a Hand of God like that, and you want to be trying to hit sort of midsection, groin, leg, ideally knee, shin. The lower that you can get it, as I said, the wider the circumference of the Hand of God is, and so the longer he will stay in the bubble, and so the less ground he makes and the slower he is. So that basically is a delaying action on him, not a scoring action, and that slows his roll right down so that we can then concentrate on farming headshots and hitting cupids and getting 4-timers in position before we take the bingo shot. So is he digging at you again, Indy, for not giving any keys away? Oh, what tyrant you are, Indy. What tyrant you are. There's the bingo shot that we want. Let me see if I can show it off. One more. Hello, Buck. Right, so we leg him there, and then it's headshot. These headshots do keep the combo going. 3. Oh, he's gone down. And then one of those. And then I like to take a knee and then go like that. And that wasn't a very good example. Don't do that. That's a perfect example of what that incursion is for. And there we go. Perfect. 200,000. But these are not the... These are not the levels that you really want to be trying to score on, because there's not that many enemies. But that was a pretty classic example of what you want to do. But then scale that up on a magnitude of, say, ×5 of that, so more enemies, bigger combo, deeper into the waves system. You can do that delaying shot here. Well, I missed it, and you don't want to miss it. But you can do that delaying shot by hitting him through that gap, or hitting him at the back there, and slowing him down so that we slow his roll again. That one's a good shot to make, because then you've got more time to get that 4 times up and running, and that is the better shot to take. Let's just get this one tidied up fast, so I can show some more off. We'll just farm this one for a handful of arrows first. Note how I'm going to let that skull get all the way close to give me more time for that to come in. Oh, shit. There we go. Headshot, headshot. Yeah. No. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I would use a Hand of God now to try and do some more farming, and I would purposely hit one back, and then messed that up. Oh fuck! Totally messed that up. I would try and leave them to get as deep into the bubble as possible, because that headshot is easier. But I always manage to fuck those up because it's almost like they're moving too slow. Fuck! That wasn't very good. But we're not doing too bad. And as you can see, if you get good at farming, you then start getting a wealth of arrows together. This is nothing in comparison to what I can get. And, like, you know, the top players can get loads more than I can. Let's do a couple more waves. I'll see if I can show off like a proper decent magnitude bingo shot, and then we'll move on to the next level. So I haven't really got one yet. But as you can see, like, you know, we're at 400,000, which at this stage of the game is about right. Maybe closer to 1 million, a couple of waves in. And, ooh, Megamind 2. I didn't realise Megamind 2 was, well, obviously not out. Piratable, shall we say. That is another place that you can... Let me see. Oh, I haven't got any Hands of God. Yes, I do. This one I always find quite a difficult shot. Not that bit. This bit. Because it's hard to get along the platform enough to be able to make sure that you're getting gap shots there and hitting the 4 times. So... that is a good point scoring thing, but it's very difficult to get the angle on the enemies that you need to get the points. That one's much easier, and that one in the middle is even easier again. So you always want to try and go for the left one. If he's coming from the right, leave him till he gets here. If he's coming from the left, you want to try and nail him on that one. But again, it is all subjective as to your level. Oh, got it. Your level and how you can deal with them. No, I haven't touched it. I watched Indy play it, and yeah, I wasn't impressed. Just like he wasn't. There was way too much hand-holding going on for that to be a game of interest. Hey, it's a great experience for anyone getting Quest 3. I'm sure it's amazing, but like, you know, for there to be silly amounts of auto-aim on the bow? Nah. Throw-in weapons? Fair enough, because throwing in VR is still a bit shit. Let's be honest. But, yeah. Massive amounts of auto-aim on the bow that you can't turn off. And no way to turn off the... I mean, I know it's kind of an Assassin's Creed thing that you can press a button and see... Oh, got it. And see all the enemies from where they are. It would be nice to be able to turn that off. Do note on this level as well, if you let Anakim go far enough, he will kill you, regardless of how much life. So if you're wondering what happens if he gets to there, insta-KOs you. Oh, you fuck. Down. Damn. I hate doing... I'm used to hitting them. That's why I hate doing them when they're in a Hand of God. Because you go for the headshot and one of two things happen. You don't accommodate for the shot. You accommodate for the shot too much and you miss. Or the Hand of God bubble ends and they go from slow to fast really quick and you miss that headshot. So that's why I try not to use Hands of God. Also, Hands of God are the thing that we would use for getting a big score as opposed to farming for more arrows. You're then potentially wasting useful resources for fucking garbage ones, although that's quite a good setup. Right, let's get some more of these down. I like to put them up here as well, because Cupids that are going to be difficult shots for me, if they're going to get further past me than here, I'm happy for them to just explode, because then I get the points for them without having to try to hit them and miss them and ruin potentially combos. We might... How many Hands of God have we got? Just the one. Brilliant. Let's see what we can do. And it also makes the pillars look a little Christmas tree-like as well. Great for Christmas. Let's get one of those in. Always try to stay, especially on this level, reasonably well stocked, but not enough so that you can't buy more things. Let's see what we can do here. So, headshot. Headshot. That little twitch has cost me so many points. And apparently it's a glitch. That little switch that they do. Right, so that's my second, so that can be my third, so that I can get that headshot. And then this will be my second, so that I can make that my third, so I can get that headshot. And then that one. That one. This is what we want now. Slim bit of life. Hit the bell. Last shot. 1, 2. That's something like it. So that just gave us about 400k twice. Hence why we're up to 1.2 million. So that should be a fairly good example. What I should have done is I should have ducked that first Tempest shot that I took here. Didn't skim this. Your Tempest shot wants to basically do that so that the outer of the Tempest shot skims this. And if you're not interested in doing that or not doing it from standing, I would highly recommend ducking and taking the shot there so that it actually goes through, because then that counts as a gap shot. I have played this one recently. I'll be honest, I think Anakim's Advance is probably one of my most played maps. I think I might have won one season. Asgard's Wrath. Now, there's a AAA title that everyone should play. Oops, gone too far back. I've got to the point in that where many people get to in Skyrim, where you have a break from it, and then going back to it, you're like, what was I doing again? Not too cold. Like, that's the score that I managed to put up. I was quite happy with that. This was before the Quest Pro controllers as well, I might add. I managed to get that on Anakim's Advance on my... I did a few restarts, but that was like my first or second go of it from cold, which I was quite happy. I've obviously been playing a bit with the bow, so... Right, let's have a look at one of the most nefarious levels going, which is Nefarious Invasion. Now, I still don't really know how to play this level. It is quite difficult. There aren't very much in the way of bingo shots. I can tell you that there is obviously a gap shot here for cupids and various bits and pieces that are running away. There is, I think there counts as a double gap shot because it goes through this first arch and that back arch. There's also arches here that you can shoot things. Now, the essence of this level, but it's not great for scoring, is you will see that summoners are in this level, and what summoners do is they double things, and you want to make use of that to double as many fucking enemies as possible, because then you've got more enemies to kill. A cloned enemy scores just the same as a normal enemy. One of the things I always try and strive for is to try and clone the orphans, but you can also get the cupids cloned in this as well. If I remember rightly as well, that gap shot can have a 4 times there, if memory serves. And so if you can then gap shot cupids that are trying to fly away above that 4 times, you can get a decent amount of score here. But again, the leaderboards wise, I think top score's like 3 million, and that's going some as well. So, but we'll have a look and see what I can do. Try and show off the shot that I'm talking about as well, which you kind of hamstring yourself by taking the shot. You then deny yourself the perfect most of the time. And the biggest problem with this level is everything's going from left to fucking right, which is a massive ball ache when every single map that you've playing so far has been going from right to left. And so these become quite difficult shots. This is a nice killing floor. You do have a decent amount of time and angle before they get to the gate. But it's this whole going from left to right that really fucks me up. Hello, Travis. How are we doing? Oh, fuck off. Not you, Travis. Yeah, no worries, Sweeps. Hopefully everything works out good with you and yours, mate. Right, so we need one of those, we need one of those. That's what I need, and I need that for wave 4. Now, I think it's wave 2 that we start getting summoners, and then I can show you what you can do with what they do and what you can do with them. I think the first one summons here. Is it on this wave? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played this one. No, maybe it's wave 3 then. Must be wave 3. Yeah, must be wave 3. Right, well, let's see if we can farm something. Oh, yeah. This is, well, again, Buck, you don't know me for the games that I'm famous for, as in infamous. But this is the game that I originated on. This is what I cut my teeth on within VR. I was doing tips and tricks on this first, before anything else, and I could put up some reasonable scores, and I won some tournaments and done some bits and pieces. So this is where my infamy came from, if I have such a thing. So, but this is a very old game, and it's still very, very good. I give Dungeons of Eternity a lot of credit when I say that the bow mechanics and crossbow mechanics are not quite as on it as this game, but that's kind of because they're different, because you have to load, which is fine. It's just a different style. But this game has some of the best bow mechanics I have played in any VR game. And I've got to say, I'm finding that I've always complained about Siege of Heaven because I don't think tracking and I don't think controllers are where they need to be on a level of precision for the level of precision that you need in this mode to score well. However, the Quest 3 is getting close, and the Quest Pro controllers, I think, are helping. So, but again, I'm not going to start making snap shill judgments on the Quest Pro controllers that I've had to shell out a load of money on that I really could have done without spending, but there you go. Hello, Ellie. How we doing? Congratulations for you in being a nurse. Now, here's how the summoners work. They will target an enemy. They'll draw a line to them. When that line touches them, they'll copy. You can speed up that process by, once they're targeted, hitting them. And that will instantly copy the thing that they are trying to copy. If you can keep the shot power down to a minimum by aiming high and then doing silly shots like that so that they take less life, you can get a lot of copies of a lot of enemies, and then of course you have to finish them off eventually. But this is how, so that's the theory behind summoners. Like, these are relatively easy shots as he misses that one. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that's a first. I do not envy nurses, mate. Congratulations for taking up that. So, of course... Go on. No. Go on. No. Fuck you. Didn't want you anyway. So, of course, as you can probably appreciate, doubling up on enemies that are high value, like orphans and like cupids, will be the key to scoring well on this one. Now, whether I'll be able to pull it off or not, because I'm cold on this level, and again, don't do what Donnie Don't is doing, me being Donnie Don't flip from one level to another and keep changing your tactics and style of play. Like, now we've gone from fucking right to left to right, and yeah, it's just a nightmare. One of the things that I will say about Nefarious Invasion is I do think it's one of the best looking levels. Look at all that. That looks fucking fantastic. This is all brilliant from the main game. It's all like rendered in, you know, it's only pictures and it's only background, but it looks good. And then all that shit up there, and then you've got bits of elements of Paradise Lost up there as well. And that's Anakim's Fortress in the background. I've never been able to see that, I don't think, because of the level of mist in this. But you know, it's a nice level. It brings a lot of things together. This is all cool as well, and it all looks good, and floaty rocks, and yeah. Maybe I'm easily impressed, I don't know. Anyway, so what we're going to attempt to do now is wave 4 is the first wave that we get an orphan. Wouldn't it be great if we can multiply that orphan 5 times? Now, there is an enemy that comes down this stairway, and I have to try and hit it with a hand of God to maintain my perfect in a very precise area to slow down the orphan so that we can copy it multiple times. And he hasn't spawned up there, he spawned over here, so that's our perfect gone for me to get this hand of God shot off. But let's see what we can do. Yeah, they've both spawned up there. Oh no, he has spawned there, my mistake then. Maybe I'll get it, but he's got to... I have to reserve judgment on the Quest Pros at the moment. It's looking good for IDU, but most games don't require the level of precision that IDU, especially the Siege of Heaven mode, does. Right, let's see what we can do. So we've got to hit this guy. Missed it. But the Hand of God is in the right place anyway. We do have to kill that one so that he doesn't lock onto it, and then it's about shooting that one. Oh no, we haven't done very well with the Hand of God there. Balls. Fuck that up. But as you can, the theory is there, as you can see, if I'd have hit that Hand of God and slowed them down, killed the other enemies around that, we then would have had multiple orphans. You can have, I've had like 5 running around there, and if you can kill one, you can get the rest in a 4 times, and if you can then hit it through that, that then becomes a gap shot. So, yeah. If you headshot and insta-kill a summoner, it stops the summon completely. So that's kind of not what you want to do if you're going for points. So, but yeah, that was a bit of a shit effort on my part. Because not only is that decent scoring in a level where it's hard to score, but it also gives you a lot of arrows, because remember, for each orphan you kill, you get a special arrow. So you're then getting more fuel for the fire of scoring. There you go, there's 3 Tempests though, so happy days. There are some things that I need to change about my play on these other levels as well. Such as, like, you know, I don't use Hand of Gods other than that opening Gambit shot there. Oh, that was terrible. Notice how I'm only half drawing these to try and preserve as much of his life as possible. But it is difficult to arc those shots in, because then you can get 4 copies out of him as opposed to 2 or 3. You could just leave him up there for a while as well, and then he'll copy lots of things as he's going past and just leave him alive. But yeah, ultimately, the more enemies... Oh, fuck. More enemies you've got to kill, the more points you can score. But yeah, I'll... give me a couple of months on the old Quest Pro control pads. I don't think 300 quid, I don't think £150 per control pad is worth it. Unless you have the situation that I have where, well, I need something to use, and I'd rather not buy Quest 3 controllers to cover the gap, because that's what I'll be getting back when I send them back to Meta. So that's what got me to fork out for them. But I'm, you know, I like the recharge feature. That's something that, I don't know, feels like it should have been in the Quest controller since the Quest True. Just, you know, internal batteries and a recharging dock would have been easier. Or the, you know, just, yeah, internal batteries and just a recharging port would have just been easier. But save money, make him use batteries. So, yeah. It does mean that I depart from having to use rechargeable batteries, so that's a thing also. So we could leave him going a little bit and maybe put the occasional shot on him so that he copies a few more. Okay, a little weak shot. A little bit weaker than that. No. Damn, missed him. Anyway, never mind. Let's let him carry on copying. Is he copying the skull? No, he's copying the knife, of course he is. He will copy the Cupid as it flies past, if it is the closest enemy. In this circumstance, it is not. No. I mean... Yeah, I know, right? The thing is, K2, it's not just... Ah, fuck. If you kill the last enemy before he disappears. So he's technically not part of the wave, but you can score off of him. No, I am feeling more consistent from Cold. I will give it that much. But there's as much to do with that on the Quest 3's side of things than there is on against the Quest 2's. Because as I've said, the Quest 2, when you are recording, is really being stretched to display this game and record it and stream it to another computer. Whereas the Quest 3, well, this is a Quest 2 game. It's had a little bit of a touch-up, but it's not using the power of the Quest 3 yet. So then there is more width for the headset to use to do its streaming side of things. And a good example of something that I came across when me and Indy were playing Ghosts of Tabor, and part of the reason why I never really took off on that game to stream it is because of the fact that on the Quest 2 with Ghosts of Tabor, I could not play the game and stream it at the same time. It looked like I could do that, but if you were actually in the headset, you'd see all the tearing and all the jitters and all the popping in and all the bits and pieces. It came out all right in the stream, but you can't play that way, or well, I couldn't play that way. So, yeah. And it's kind of a similar thing with this. I think there's as much to do with the fact that it is down to the Quest 3 and the Quest 3 goodness of it. As I've kind of always maintained, you know, I don't like to try and do scoring runs because, you know, for Siege of Heaven anyway. Oh, I should have left that for the summoner. Idiot. Let's get another one over there. Then we'll do one of them. Try and send another one his way. Damn. Gonna copy any of these, motherfucker? What's back there? Fuck off. Kill that. Copy the Cupid, you dickhead. Oh, fuck. No, so this is, again, this is part of the problem with this level, is you want him to copy specific high priority targets, but he'll always target the closest. Hello, Zod, and yes, you should. Siege is a very good mode, and it is a very good way to build up the skills. As for Ghosts, yeah, apparently the Quest 3 is a lot better, and you can now stream Ghosts of Tabor on the Quest 3. The other thing as well is, let's face it, Ghosts of Tabor was trying to do way too much for a Quest 2. And it was very muddy and very difficult to identify targets at distance, even with, like, scopes. And, like, it was always part of the reason why I felt like I couldn't hit my shots as well as Indy could. I'd put shots in the general area, but Indy was actually trying to fucking hit them. And I don't think that's the case now. Having played Onward, I feel like I can put my shots where I want to put them. So it does make me want to play Ghosts of Tabor, but it's a big undertaking, especially after a fresh wipe, when you've got nothing, and I'm not like a founding father or any... I didn't pay the extra so that you start off with more shit at the beginning, because I didn't know how long I was going to be playing the game. And as I discussed with you lot, I don't like paying for, oh, you'll get this in the future, because what happens if that future doesn't happen? We've had that plenty of times. You know, that fucking Primal Hunt game? Oh, yeah! Spend full price on this game. Don't worry, guys. We've got a cooperative coming out soon. What's happened now? 1 year on. Sorry, guys. We can't do the cooperative. So, yeah, cheers. So that's kind of made me not go and pay for promises. Come on, kill it. Ugh, so annoying. If I'd have killed that, he might have targeted the orphan, and then we would have got some decent points out of that, but never mind. But yeah, this is an incredibly difficult one to score on. This is probably one of the most frustrating ones. But as K2's saying, I do feel like I'm hitting my headshots better. Especially on this map. This one's always been notorious for being quite difficult to hit headshots on because of the direction. Oh, he's cloning the right one. Good man. Clone it quicker. Bam. And then, bam. Not worth that much, but better than nothing. But that's your scoring right there. You going to clone that for me? Come on, clone it. Bastard. Is that even worth a shot? I don't think so. Sniper gap shot. Even hitting those. God, I'm feeling a bit like Beanie tonight. I'm not. Right. It's one of the things that, in all seriousness, Jay is very good at Siege of Heaven. He might not be as quick or as combo-orientated or thinking, but he takes his risks and he hits his shots. He hits his shots well. So, but it doesn't win competitions. Bit of a has-beenie, if you ask me. Someone asked me today about, like, you know, I think you guys were saying it earlier, and I'll say it again. It's like, oh, when's end of season coming up? So I don't know. I mean, wait until Beanie starts. The nonsense that I've always propagated, and it kind of comes true nearly every time, is when Beanie starts appearing on the leaderboards and starts making his bid for the top 10s and top 5s and bits and pieces within the scoreboards, that's when you need to think about finishing up your season, because that means that he's been told by Superbright he's probably been given an end date. Bit unfair if you ask me, but you know. Jay's such a nice guy, we can't say that he's getting an advantage now, could we? Could we? Yeah, of course we could. Super bright advantage, but you know, if you can't get an advantage by being the company poster boy, who can? Oh, yeah. Former company poster boy. The one thing that I was reading about, but it's probably not the case, is from the Quest Pros to the Quest 3 handsets. I think the Quest Pros were heavier with a battery inside than the Quest 2 by a few grams. I would imagine these feel about the same. About the same as the Quest, yeah, the Quest Pros feel very similar in weight to the Quest 3s. I don't know. I spoke to the dev a little bit more and then kind of never really heard anything from him again. I was quite happy to help out with that game and he wanted to put me in it, but I don't know. I don't quite know what they're doing. So it's been a bit quiet on that front. Maybe he's getting a big content launch together. Last I saw, he was working on various enemies, various modes, various cool stuff, basically. Go on, clone it. Clone it. Yes. Quick clone, thank you. And then we go... Bop. Still not great, but I suppose it only cost me 1 Tempest to do it. Doesn't keep our combo going because it didn't count as a kill. Come on, hurry up! Clone summon, you prick! I need targets! Desperately trying to keep my combo going here with these long shots. There we go. There is. Another one for you. That ends him, but didn't kill him with a headshot, so that still carried on cloning. That was risky. That wasn't. Get perfect. Rubbish. Right. So yeah, this is... So when you're not scoring well, you do have this problem where I want to buy the ×2 Tempest and the ×3 Hand of God might not be too bad. I can only afford one. Even though I've been scoring... Well, I've been scoring very well. But this is part and parcel of the problem where you've got to keep the packs of arrows prices down as much as you can. And you do that... Let me just change batteries. You do that by just buying the 3 packs. I know there's been a few occasions where I've kind of cheated that rule a little bit, but that's because I can usually score reasonably decent, so I'm going to have more cash than the average player, so I can kind of stretch the rules for myself a little bit. Keep them coming. Climb the orphan! Dickhead, climb the orphan! Oh, you're such a prick. You really are. Why? That was rubbish. I went through his head. Damn. No. That's the shot that I'm talking about. Holy ground, long shot, gap shot, right there. But you have to hit a decent amount of cupids before you can make that shot. Oh, you're going. Okay. Try and keep the combo going a little. Lovely. And then I haven't got one. Shit! Didn't have a Tempest. Did I have any Tempest back here? No. So yeah, this is the problem that you get when you're going for bingo shots and you've squandered them a little bit, I suppose. Squandered the Tempest. If we'd have done well out of that Orphan at the beginning, we might have had an extra few Tempests and been able to get a decent score out of it. But yeah, the odd score's going to be a bit lacking on this one, I think. But yeah, this one is very hard to score well on. I have got a plan, I just can't execute that plan at the moment. Yeah, but then the thing is, you don't have... Hey, there's every possibility, Indy. I'm going to want some commission, though, if they do. So... The one thing that I will say is that at least you don't have the pressure of them breathing down your neck all the time. And you don't have the pressure of arrows flying in. No. Yeah. Ooh, he's gone. Good effort there, sir. Oh, fuck this up now. I'm not surprised. Clone that. Clone that. Thank you. I ain't even got any fucking Tempests for it, bastard. So I can't even take that shot. Fuck. So yeah, as I was trying to Oh, fucking no Tempest. So this happens within runs as well. You don't get the luck of the draw, even though you might have had the money to buy it. And so you don't get the arrows that you need. And so, like, you know, most of the levels that I've been doing tonight, I would have restarted because I haven't been doing well enough. It's important to get a good beginning on these. But yeah, as you were asking about, or saying, so the one thing that I would say is there is an element of pressure, but it isn't on you, it's on the gate, and you know where they're going, and there's lots of little things that you can do to take that pressure off. Like, for instance, you can invest in incursion arrows, and then you can do this. And if it's about survival and just getting through the levels, which it should be to begin with, then you do that. I don't do that because I'm trying to score, and those interrupt my scoring processes. So, but then even the top players, you know, the top players play with all their incursions there. I just don't use them. They get in my way. But then I'm not scoring the highest scores, so what's that about, eh? Maybe they're right, maybe I'm not. The thing is, I don't put as much time into this mode as others do. So there's also a factor. Have we fucking got any Tempests yet? Come on now. Oh yeah. Busted it. So this is what those do. Boom. And each one will blow up a group. Never stop, Melissa. Never stop. Like the Energizer Bunny of IDU, I guess. That's a good example of why I don't use them. I take the shot. It probably would have been a headshot. I miss. Combo back down to 0. Fuck. And I lose out on score. You need to be dealt with. Shit. Oh. The other thing with this... Oh, look at this! Where's the Tempests? How am I supposed to hit those bastards out there without the Tempests? So the other thing about Siege of Heaven as well is it'll fucking get your arm trained for IDU use. You will strengthen your left arm, you will strengthen your shoulder, and it all comes across in the main game. This is a great time and a great place to practice slow time as well. But the reason being is because during each wave, you basically constantly have to hold your arm up. Now, I've played IDU a lot, so as we know, my left shoulder is gigantic, whereas my right one's quite puny and pathetic. But my left shoulder, it's all about the left shoulder. And the more you play, the better you get at doing that. So, yeah. Although I'm sure I'll suffer for it in the next several years where my gigantic arm just drops away from my body and I can no longer be the archer in VR that I want to be. And I'll have to do VR archery in VR. Virtual archery. I'd like to get that up to 500,000, but I don't see it happening. Not with this bollocks that's going on. I know what's going to happen as well. It's going to give me Tempests for the last wave. Alright, you can stop that now. But then, even my legendary stamina for these sort of things has its limits. You know, I've been playing for like 3.5 hours pretty solidly, and even I'm starting to feel it in my arm now. So, but I got enough in me to finish this off. Shit. Fuck. Then this level would be really good for you, actually. Everything else would be terrible. It's not that bad. Ah, oh, fuck! I wasn't supposed to do that. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's, I don't know. I find Siege of Heaven a much more relaxing yet nail-biting experience, depending on how you're playing it. It used to be a relaxing experience when I wasn't... Or more relaxing than the main game, I should say. Oh, that's the headshot. Well, right. That's on Friday. Should be alright. We'll be alright on Friday. Good old showdown. Right. So wave 15. Here comes the Tempest. Guaranteed. They're all coming now. Oh, we got 500,000 at the very least, so that's not too bad. Let's try and let him get the copies in. See if we can squeeze some extra points out of this wave. Fuck. But then, so the thing that I find when I'm out of practice on Siege of Heaven is consistency. But since I haven't played this for quite a while, there is an element of, you know, I am well practiced in these levels. I have played them a lot. But it can take my aim a while to catch up sometimes. I've also been playing an awful lot of crossbow up until this point as well, which is a different way. Clone that! And take some shots at it later. Fuck. Oh, I got one of them! Woo! That was quite a good shot, that. Points-wise, anyway, nothing else. Fuck! And one for the doctor. Oh, fuck off. Come on. Fuck. So yeah, very hard level. That one I would definitely need some practice on. This is one of those levels that is, because it's left to right, it is so different from the other levels that you can play that this one needs you to put hours in on its own. And you want to try and either do this one, get a good score on this one first, or try and get a good score on this one last. So, and on that bombshell, I think we shall end it there. So this has been In-Death's glorious Siege of Heaven mode. A very small snippet of In-Death this is. If you like what you see, there's so much more to play, and this isn't even the main game. This has been running natively on the Quest 3. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.